Oh, hello, you guys. Hello.
It's Monday, everybody. Happy Monday.
It's definitely Monday. It's definitely Monday. Hello, you guys. Can you see us? Oh, the counter says 0. So no, I don't think you guys can see us yet.
Let me pull us up on the phone here.
Give it a minute. Oh, I see us now.
Yep,
hello,
see
you
us
guys.
on the phone.
We were just talking that some channels have appeared to not have this new naming system in the chat. I don't know why mine does. I have no idea, you guys.
No.
I wish it would go back to the other way.
Don't know.
But this was something new that we noticed last week. I know that you can go in your Google settings or your YouTube settings and change however you want your name to appear in the chat. I believe you can change it. I don't know. I'm not sure. But some of you still look different to me or to us on our end in StreamYard. So just bear with us, you guys. We'll try our best. But not everybody looks different. Sometimes the screen, your little picture helps. But if you guys go ahead and change that too, then we're really going to be lost. Yeah. We're going to be lost for a little while.
We'll all be new to each other.
We'll all be new. That's like meeting for the first time. So yeah, we were talking about that before we went live, that it appears still weird on our end, but I've been in some other chats where it hasn't been that way. So I don't know if they're beta testing this out on certain channels. I didn't get a notification, so I have no idea. I don't know, but we're just gonna roll with it. We're gonna roll with it tonight, just like we did last week. And yes, you guys are seeing us. Hopefully you guys set reminders, and I know we're not on Thursday this week. Hopefully most of you remembered that, because we did try and talk about it last week and try and put it out there that we're on a weird night this week. And I will just go ahead and say we're going to be on Monday next week as well.
Yep.
We'll be back on Monday next week because of the Midwest Holiday Show. I cannot believe that is next weekend.
We just got our confirmational email just this evening. It is full, so it's going to have 60 plus vendors, and
that's more than May. That's more than May.
It's going to. They're predicting that this is going to be just as good, if not better, than May. So that's where we're at. So that's the inside scoop that I got. That's about all I got.
I'm excited. I'm definitely excited. So, but I just crazy that it's just so close.
Oh my God, Caroline's going. She's coming.
And Brooke is going too. Caroline, you're going? Really? Caroline, we get to see you? That's exciting.
I will post pictures, but I tonight on an online auction got some of the coolest Halloween candy boxes I have ever got in my life. And they'll be at the holiday show, because it's now too late to bring to a live, but they'll be at the holiday show.
It's in Canfield, Ohio, at the fairgrounds in Canfield, Ohio. It's just it's a little building on the fairgrounds, and that's where the show is. I do have a couple videos up on my channel from the show if you're curious what it's about, and you can always message me. I can send you your address, and they have a Facebook page, all that, and Jason and Tina are going to be set up there, so that's going to be super fun.
And I was going to say, you can check out Amy's videos, but I did one too. And Amy focuses on the event. So if you want to know what you're going to see, yes, you need to see all of Amy's videos. Mine will actually show you the facility. So I tried to show like as a dealer setting up versus somebody attending. So if you want to see both versions, you can watch hers, and then you can come over and watch my one.
If you are into any kind of antique or vintage holiday anything, you got to see it in person. It's unlike any place else that I've ever seen anywhere. So
and
it's definitely worth seeing in person.
And this is building with momentum. More and more folks are learning about it. So I think this is going to be one of like these shows to get to each year. It is now, but I mean even more so. Oh
yes, Rachel's coming to Collectors this weekend too. So Rachel, I can tell you more about it this weekend, because I'm sure I'll run into you at the show this weekend too. So I'll make sure and give you the scoop in case you wanna come over to Canfield, Ohio, which is it's kind of between Cleveland and Columbus. I mean, somewhere in Ohio. It's like southeast Ohio, kind of.
Yeah, it's in that weird little corridor. It kind of is closer to Pennsylvania than it is really Ohio. Like it's in Ohio.
Youngstown, Ohio is like the major city that's like close by there is Youngstown, Ohio. So
it's like between Pittsburgh and Cleveland if you did a diagonal line.
Yeah. Yep. That's a good way to put it too. Yep. Okay. Let's say hello to the friends. I know. Oh my goodness. Scrolly scroll. Whew. I already know who was here early. Because I put our emails in the chat. Did you have a guess, Jason?
I'm going. I gotta guess Willie. William has my vote.
Yep.
William has my vote always.
Terry V is second in the chat tonight, and round out top 3 is Miss Karen G. Karen's going to be our bid ender this evening. I know Kim had some plans this evening, so she might pop in later in the sale, but it's just Karen holding down the fort right now. And Gavin as well. Hey, Gavin, good to see you.
Hey, if you guys are not subscribed to Gavin's channel, you have to. Really, and Karen, you're doing some awesome thumbnails on his channel. But if you guys love music, please, and knowledge about music, make sure you're following him here on YouTube. Follow him over on Instagram and go hang out with the Gillets over on Vamp. I know that's still mind-blowing. Over on Vamp on Sunday afternoons. It's a good, fun time. I try to pop in whenever I'm available, but it's a good time. They play games and trivia. So thank you, Karen and Gavin, for all your support to not only me and Amy, but everybody in this community, and show them support by following them in all those places.
I'm going to scroll to the bottom real quick because here. So I met these guys at Elkhorn, his and hers vintage shop. You guys try to get a booth at the Midwest show. Yeah, hey, if you guys can try and come to the show, then you can see what it's about. And then you can actually talk to the organizers while you're there and see, and maybe get on their email list for the May show. So
they said in that email that there is a waiting list. So I would say, as like somebody in the business, get on early so you'll get first right of refusal. Because if there's a waiting list of 10 now, get on, because there's going to be a list of 20, 30, 40.
Yeah, the waiting list will just keep getting bigger and bigger the closer it gets to May. Yep. But inevitably, I feel like always something comes up and there's, somebody that can't make it for whatever reason, and you can get in the show. So, all right, I'm going to go back up to the top where I left off. Tracy's here. Hey, Tracy.
Hello, Tracy.
Yeah, we already said hi to Rachel. Hi, Rachel. Cindy Lou. Hey, lady.
Did you hear? Did you hear?
I have.
You
remind me. You remind me in case I forget.
I won't let you forget.
Cousin Terry Tucker's here.
Hey, Terry. Good to see you guys. Good to see you.
Renee's here with us. Hi, Renee.
Hello, Renee.
Tina. Hey, Tina. Good to see you. Caroline is here. Caroline, I love your little witchy picture.
I do too. It's fun.
Wings. Hey, Wings.
Hello,
Wings. Good to see you tonight. Krista's here with us. Hi, Krista.
Hello.
Yes. Welcome.
Hello.
Paula is with us. Hi, Paula.
Hey, Paula.
I'm glad that it's finally cooler in Texas. You guys can get a little bit of relief from the heat. Miss Shannon Ferrara. Hi, Shannon. Good to see you. Janet, that's a new name to us.
Janet.
Welcome in. Hi, Janet. Laura Daffodil Fields Finds is going to be here.
You and Ryan. And Ryan.
Perry's with us. Hi, Perry.
Hi, Perry.
And Brooke. Meow meow. Hi, Brooke. Good to see you. Chrissy's here. Hi, Chrissy. Scrolly scroll. Mama Pam's here. Hello, Kid O' Mine, Jason, and all the fantastic chat peeps.
I can't wait to. I can't wait to see.
Next time I see Mama Pam, I'm gonna fix her. I'm gonna fix her screen because she doesn't like it. She's like, I want Mama Pam back, so I'll fix it for you. Chris is here with us. Hi, Chris. Melanie's here. Hi, Melanie.
Hello.
Welcome in. There's Jason's mom. Hi, Linda.
Hello, Mom. I love you.
Oh, you guys. Speaking of Miss KB, I got some photos in our community share following the sale tonight from Miss KB. Several. And she is calling it Gypsy Fall.
Okay.
Gypsy Fall. So just keep that in mind.
That's
coming later. It's cool. It's a really cool display. I'm
still riding high from the pixies on the top of the chicks. Like I'm I see my chicks each day that I'm out in the garage. I'm like, you guys next year, I'm going to KB you.
That was pretty epic.
Yep.
All right. Heather's with us tonight. Hi, Heather. Welcome in. Hi, Diane. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. I'm trying to not skip over anybody. These new names. It's getting hard. Sandy B's here. Hey, Sandy.
Hello.
And Minx is here. Hi, Minx. Scroll. Laura Circle 7 is here.
Hello.
All the Lauras are in the house tonight. Helen is here. Hi, Helen.
Hello, Helen.
Mary's with us. And Miss Judy. Hey, Judy.
Hello.
Good to see you. People are saying hi to Janine, but I don't see her screen name. Oh my gosh. Somebody's saying hi to Janine. And I don't see Janine.
I didn't see Janine in our chat. I'll check my phone.
Maybe it got filtered. I'm not sure. Nikki's here. Hey, Nikki. Good to see you tonight. Big Paw Vintage. I'm sad that you're going to be moving out of your antique booth, and I only got to go to it one time.
I know.
In Carlisle.
I know.
Oh,
I got to go visit Rick. I got to go visit Rick sometime soon. And yes, I will post pictures of those boxes to my Instagram. Yes.
And I definitely know I won't be able to come back to Pennsylvania before you move out. So that saddens me. But you had one of the best booths at Rick's Mall for sure. Okay. I'm scrolling down, trying to get to the bottom. I think I got everybody.
Brooke asked if you're going to stop in Cleveland at Sweet Lorraine on your way through.
Are you going to Sweet Lorraine? Like on the Midwest? On the Midwest? On the way to the Midwest?
The opposite way for me.
That's the opposite direction, Brooke.
Yeah, because then I'd have to go an hour up and an hour back. So that's 2 hours. Because
Sweet Lorraine's is up along Lake Erie, like up on the water, like Cleveland, like where Cedar Point is. It's kind of up in there. And then where the Midwest show is much further south than there. Probably 2.5 hours from there, if I had to guess. Yeah. So they're not really super close by. I don't know what we're doing. Okay. I think I'm caught up in the chat. I see Annie just popped in there. But otherwise, I think I got everybody in here. Thank you guys for being here while we are here on a Monday. Oh, yeah, you have to go to the Christmas Story House in Cleveland. That's very cool. I have never toured that. I know Misty has recently in the summertime, but I want to get there someday and see the Fragile leg lamp. That's a goal of mine for sure. All right. We're going to briefly talk about how the sale is going to work. Most of you are very familiar with that. Brenda, you just made it in the nick of time. You just made it. All right. But I do know that we have some new faces in the chat tonight, so I'm very happy to see that. Thank you guys for joining us. We will briefly go over how the sale is going to work. Hi, and then we'll get right into it. Nettie has popped in the chat. Hi, Nettie. All right, so I'm going to get my slides up here, and in case we have somebody in the Lurkers Lounge that doesn't know how to join us in the chat, but you can see us, but you don't know how to type and say hello. So make sure you are either logged into a Google account or a YouTube account. It's probably better if you do so on a mobile device. So a phone or a tablet are going to be a little bit faster options for you, but just make sure you're logged in. Then you should be able to see the chat. If you can see the screen, there might be something off to the right-hand side that says show chat. If you click on that, you should be good to go. All right, I'm going to get my slides going. So make sure you're in live chat, all messages. So the best version of the chat, you don't want to be in top chat. It is going to filter out some of the comments. So always check and make sure you're in live chat, all messages in your chat settings. We do have a lag here on YouTube. That just means to when we are talking on the screen to when you guys see it, that is the lag. And we do encourage you to refresh often so that you can either close out of YouTube completely and come back in, or the quicker way to do that, to refresh, if you tap in the upper right-hand corner where my little kitty icon just popped up there, you can find a gear wheel icon. If you're watching on the mobile devices, that's where that will be for playback speed. If you tap that, find the gear wheel, tap on it, find playback speed, and hit 2 times. That will be the fastest that you can speed up the broadcast. And if you are lagging behind at all, we will sound funny until you're caught up with us. Again, we do recommend you do that as often as possible, especially before you try to put in any bids into the chat. If you're watching on a computer, that gear wheel is going to be on the lower right-hand corner. Same kind of settings. We will be doing auction style items tonight, so we'll give you a starting price. I will pin it, the start bid up here on the screen in the lower left-hand corner. We'll give you any kind of information that we know about the item as we talk about it, and any kind of issues that the item might have. So if it has any kind of chips or repairs or any kind of notable issues or damage, we do our best to show everything to you here live on the screen, so you can make an informed decision if you want to bid on it or not. If you are interested in something, all you have to do is type your bids down into the chat. I will highlight them as I see them come into StreamYard up here on the screen. We will do a 20-second countdown just to give everybody a fair shot for that lag, but we do encourage you to bid earlier rather than later if you're interested in something. That just lets us know if there's some interest, and you don't want to wait too long to put bids into the chat because of the lag. Inevitably, the lag will get you and you will come in after the bid end. So we don't want anybody to be sad if you miss out on something. Bid early. All right, that's the best option we can give you. And the highest bid that we see come in before Karen G's official bid end. So you are looking for Karen's little daisy icon. She does have her name highlighted in blue with a wrench next to it. So Karen's doing our bid ending tonight, and we are doing just in cases. So all that we ask to use a just in case is that you are an active bidder. So that means you put at least one straight bid on the current item that we are showing. Then you're welcome to use a just in case bid during the countdown only. Just in case is the max amount that you're willing to pay for the item, plus the letters JIC. You type that into the chat during the countdown. So say the item is at $20, but you're willing to go up to $50 on the item. So you got your $20 bid in there. Then during the countdown, you can put in JIC 50. And that is just like a security bid. But if your just in case comes in before the bid end, we'll bid you up $1 over the next highest amount. If there's no other bids come in there, but you still put in a just in case as a security bid, then you will win the item for your starting bid. Hopefully that makes sense. If you're not familiar with just in case, it is just easier to see it play out live, and then you can get an idea. But do keep in mind, if there are more than one just in case bid put into the chat that come in before the bid end, those do then turn into regular bids. We do need some information from you. If you are a brand new buyer to either Jason or I, this is a part that you want to pay attention to. We do need an email sent to us with some information, and I'll show the emails here in a second. We need your YouTube screen name, your real name if it's different from your screen name, especially now since everybody's are different. Your full shipping address and an email that we can send a PayPal invoice to, or whatever email that you have associated with a PayPal account. That is what we need sent to us. If you don't have a PayPal account, that is okay. You can still shop with us. Just let us know when you send all that information that you need to check out as a guest. When we send our invoices out, we can send you a direct link to that invoice, and then you can check out with any debit or credit card. And there are some other payment options that PayPal accepts as well. And do keep in mind, when we do send our invoices out, payment is due within 24 to 48 hours of receiving those invoices. Oh my gosh, Jason. Not prepared for Santa.
I'm Jason's screensaver. Ho, ho, ho.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing.
Sorry.
What is that?
Santa, you got to go. Oh, they're masks that I'm pricing for the Midwest holiday.
They're masks?
Yeah, these were given to children like at Kmart back in the day. So, yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, I totally lost my train of thought.
Sorry, our emails, yes.
Our emails are up here on the screen. You can also find all of our information down in the description of the video. And I've also pinned our emails and where we ship from at the top of the chat. So pretty easy to find that information. So if you're a brand new buyer, just if you purchase tonight, you're good to go. Just make sure and email us either during the sale or as soon as the broadcast is over. And my last slide is about shipping. Shipping is not included with the winning bid price. That is additional, and that's why we need your full shipping address. We do both use Pirate Ship to get discounted shipping rates versus the full-on retail from the post office. I'm very happy that we can provide that service to you because you guys get a deep discount. So you guys pay the same shipping rate that we get on that discount, but I'm happy that we can provide that. We do need your shipping address. We can calculate from you guys to us is how we calculate the shipping plus the weight and the size of your package. And we do have shipping available to anywhere in the US. Australia, if Philomena decides to pop in here, and still no shipping to Canada. Hopefully that will lift sometime soon. Hopefully we can get our Canadian friends some Happy Mail. Hopefully for the holiday season. And I'll let Jason talk about that last point. We'll talk about when we're doing our packing and invoicing this week, and then we will get right into it.
All right. If you purchase from me tonight, I own a shop in central Pennsylvania called Mother Tucker's Antiques. You can utilize free pickup, which means you don't have to pay for shipping. So if you live in my region, or if you're coming, through or going to visit over the holidays and you want to pick your items up, you can do so. I'm about an hour and a half west of Philadelphia, near Lancaster, Pennsylvania, just to give you guys an idea of the region. So if that's something you're interested in, email us, let us know. We'll invoice you for item or items that you purchase. And then once the invoice is paid, we will communicate on when and how you want to pick the items up at the shop. We can hold them for a timely manner. It's no big deal. We can hold them for a month or two for you. So, but please, let's communicate in emails. That way we never cross any wires. So as always, Amie, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
That off the screen. All right. Like I said, we do have community share following our sale tonight from Miss KB. That's exciting. And I'm going to pop our email up here. So if you guys would like to be part of our show, we would love to see some more photos. I know I have some to work with so far, but we could always use some more. To ShareMyFindsLive@gmail.com. You can email one photo, multiple photos. Just make sure to include a brief description to go along with the photos, so we know how to talk about them when we do our share, and if you would like us to mention your name or not. But you can be anonymous. That is totally fine too. If you find a piece of Holt Howard Christmas for 50 cents, we want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
We want to see it. Or you've got your holiday displays out. Maybe you're getting your Christmas out. You got your Halloween, whatever you want to share. We would love to see it. And we like that you guys be part of our show week after week too. It's super fun to see how everybody decorates. All right. Packing and shipping, invoicing for me. I ship from Michigan, and I'm going to be doing all of mine tomorrow. So if you purchase anything from my Vamp Buyer's Choice today, I'm happy to combine ship those items if you get anything from me tonight. But shipping caveat for me this week, I have to ship out everything on Wednesday by like noon because I have some prior obligations on Thursday. And then Friday and Saturday, I'm going to be in Southern Indiana. So I'm not going to be able to ship those days either. So I would like to have everything out the door Wednesday by noon because I also have some other things going on in the afternoon on Wednesday. So if everybody could pay their invoices when I send them out, that would be wonderful. I will send you an email when your invoice is out there in email land, so you're not wondering where it's at, but I will just email you when yours has been sent. So thank you guys so much.
All right. My invoices this week will roll out between Wednesday and Thursday. Tina will still be having her Whatnot sale this Friday. Next Friday, she won't. So please make sure you're following Tina. It's Mother Tucker's Tina over on Whatnot, and that will be at 7 p.m. Eastern this Friday. But like I was saying, the invoices will roll out Wednesday and Thursday. You guys will still have the weekend for us because we like to ship on Mondays. So just if you get your invoices and you pay, and if you want it shipped right away, I can run to the post office, but I'd like to make one run on Mondays. So, yep, you'll get something from us Wednesday into Thursday. I got to fit it in around work. So thank you. So, Pennsylvania, it's where we ship from. So thank you, Amie.
And then I did already mention this, but next week we will not be on Thursday either. We'll be back on Monday. So that is the 27th. Monday the 27th, we'll be back again. I will get that scheduled broadcast up there Probably tomorrow at some point, I will get it up there. So you guys can set reminders if you want to come back next Monday. So you don't forget that we won't be on Thursday. So, all right. Are we ready?
I'm ready, Amy.
I'm going to get the screen set up. And hi, Carrie and KP.
Hello,
I don't know who else popped in here while we were chatting it up. But welcome in, everybody. Thanks for being here tonight. All right. I'm going to start with a choice tonight. And I do have one of these things I didn't preview. And then I'll talk about it when I get there. I have a surprise. And Dusty Moose. Moose is on the loose. Hey, Dusty.
Hello, Dusty.
Good to see you. Okay. So here's my choices. All right. So I do have a lot of kind of kitschy things tonight. And so these are the two choices. And although they're not quite the same critter, but they were just as cute. Both of them were equally as cute. So that's why I brought them together. I'll talk about each one. So the first off is Lil Furry Tail Squirrel Friend. Isn't he cute? I love these. So it is ceramic with little applied, so that is dyed rabbit fur, applied rabbit fur. I really like, I don't know, something about adding fur to the ceramics, just I'm here for it. And he's made by Nesco, although he is not made, he doesn't have his little sticker there anymore. But there are, there's no chips to Mr. Squirrel Friend. There we go. Now you can see his cute little face. He does have a little bit of crazing in the glaze, but there is a good bit of rabbit fur left on there. Sometimes I do have some other skunks coming later that have some applied fur, but sometimes if these were stored incorrectly, it just kind of gets matted and it tends to molt and that sort of thing. But Squirrel Friend is in really good condition. So that's choice number one. And choice number two, I do not know the maker of this guy. I've never seen this before. I couldn't find him, so I don't really have too much information to tell you about him. There's the bottom. Besides being marked Japan, I could not identify who made him. But he's a cute little planter. I don't think he's a lipstick holder because the hole it's not round, it's more oval.
Right.
So I think he's just a little planter, and I think he's just adorable. There's also not any kind of chipping going on with him. He's got a little bow tie, and he's got a little green beret, a little bit of paint loss on the beret. So that green is cold paint up there. I just had never seen him before.
He's so good.
He's really different. I don't know what kind of dog he's supposed to be either.
I don't know, but
long neck.
I love the way they painted the fur on him. That's some of my favorite mid-century kitsch, like the way they did
the brush strokes for the fur. And he is nice and clean in there, so don't think that there was ever a little plant or something in there. But he's just the cutest thing ever. And he reminds me, like he screams like he's Napco to me, but I couldn't find him, so I'm not really attributing a maker. But the way that he is, he's kind of a tall boy, like those long net shakers. That's what he looks like to me. And I couldn't find any other critters.
Adorable.
Like that look like this. I'm sure there's more.
And with his hat, Amy, with his hat, he'll fit in with your Christmas. Like he's got his little green Christmas beret on.
Oh, you could put a little buckle brush to him.
Oh, I love him. I've never seen him.
I hadn't either. He was just different. Okay, measurements real quick before we count it down. The little planter is 5 by 3, and the little squirrel is 3.5 by 2.5. All right, so that's your choices. Little fall friends. Chrissy's in there at 12. We're looking for 13 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Dusty, I had some googly-eyed moose shakers on Vamp earlier today. You missed them. They were pretty epic. Googly-eyed mooses. All right. Chrissy, I see her just in case. And there's Karen's bid end. Thank you so much. All right, Miss Chrissy, would you like dog or squirrel? Dog or squirrel?
They kind of look like they're forest friends. So
Joe is James Bond. All right. Chrissy's going to take the dog. You got it. Thank you so much. Okay.
All right, Miss Amie, $5 choice. $5 choice. And I have some seasonal Wade whimsies that are going to be available tonight.
Great.
So $5 choice. It's been a while. I don't really pick up Wades that often, but I had these left over from a while back. And I thought, hey, maybe somebody wants a turkey to put in with their Thanksgiving or Christmas. And then I got a tree, and then I got a little snow person. So they're all in very good condition with no chips or cracks. I believe that this is part of the Bill would know exactly what they are. I feel like it's the month series that they did. So I think the snowman was to be for January. I don't know. But you can have them all year long on your little trinket shelves or put them out for the holiday. And they're all, like I said, in good condition with no chips or cracks. Here is our little turkey friend. Let's see if we can get in close. You can see the detail. You can see the waddle on that one. There's what the bottom looks like with the little match striker. And not all of these have the little Wade England on them. Not meaning mine tonight, but sometimes when you get a Wade whimsy, they don't have the Wade England on them. So all three of these do. So little turkey friend here measures 1.5 inches tall. So there you can even see they give him little eyes. Great detail for these harder, porcelain pieces. So then we have the Christmas tree. You can see that there is some Christmas balls on there. And like I said, each one of them is embossed England, Wade England on there. And then, of course, if you guys aren't familiar, these were supposed to be little strikers. So you would be able to strike your match on the bottom of them. The little tree is 2 inches tall. And then last but not least is the little snowman. He is in very, very good condition. Let me see if we can get it to focus. So you can see he's got his little Cole style eyes, his little carrot nose. He's got a little cold down the front. He's wearing his scarf. He's got a really warm scarf because, you don't want a snowman to get colder.
You don't want him, yeah.
You don't want him to get colder or anything. And
but you know what? You know what Bill would say?
What?
He doesn't have earmuffs on.
No, he doesn't. So he'll get frostbitten up there, but no, everything around him just fine. So, and this one measures 1.5 inches. So we'll just go in reverse, and then top bidder, you've earned the right to pick which one or ones you want. And then we'll just claim this one by Snowman. So that one would be Snowman. This one we're going to call Tree. So that one we'll call Tree. And then this one we're going to call Turkey. So let's do a countdown. I saw all your bids. Thank you so much. But we're in with 7 at Minx, and we're looking for 8 or more. Let's count them down. We're doing just in case for active bidders. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. My fancy pants bunny back there. It's focusing. It's focusing on his pants. There we go. I see you're just in case, Minx. Thank you so much. And again, they're all in good condition. It'll be turkey, tree, or snowman. There's our bid end. Karen G, thank you so much. So Minx, you're the high bidder. Let me sit these down so I can see. Oh, $7. Thank you, Amie. $7, Minx. Let me know which one or ones you wanted. Turkey, tree, snowman. Turkey, tree, snowman. That sounds like a tongue twister. All right, Minx. They're all yours. Thank you so much.
Those holiday series ones. It's hard to complete the 12 pieces.
It is.
I think I've only seen the full set one time.
Yep.
Somewhere. Somebody had the full set.
Bill sold them.
Yeah.
That's the only time I saw them. Bill sold them with us.
You're right. Yep. I have never seen them in person though. All right. This is cool. And I'm not keeping this. I do collect deer, but I'm not keeping this. Now, actually, this was in a video, I don't know, several weeks ago. And when I was walking up to the shelf, Mama Pam was ahead of me, and this was on the shelf, and I went to reach for it thinking it was a ceramic deer, and it is not. It is molded after a ceramic deer that looks pretty darn close to this, but it's actually a squeaky. It's actually a squeak. Yeah, he is soft vinyl.
I love him.
And he's a squeaker. And he also has a movable head.
Oh my God.
So you can pose him. How cute is he? I didn't even know that this existed. I did not know that. Me being a deer person, I did not know that they made these. I know that they make hard plastic ones, but I didn't know that they made squeaks. And he's in relatively good shape, I would say. Just a little bit of paint loss in a couple spots, probably just from, being played with, since you definitely could play along with him. Now he is stamped Japan, really tiny on here on the belly, and that's where his squeaker hole. Sorry, we're gonna show your squeaker hole. That's where it is on the back, and I like that they did the little fawn spots, and he's got lashes for days, and the eyes are he's kind of like like a dark amber color, I guess is the color I want to call it, and then he's got a little blue in his eyes, but he's a decent size. Like my figurines, I don't have them in here. That one back there is ginormous. But the ones that are this size it's the same size as the ceramic ones that Enesco made. All right, measurement for him, he is 6x7, 6x7, and he does stand. He does stand on his own, so he's not warped or anything like that. So he's a good stander. And Nikki, I see you at 16. Thank you so much. And if it were me, I would probably pose him this way and give it a little bit more room. So, and maybe put some smaller deer around. He would be great for Christmas time too. All right, Wendy, I see you at 17. Thank you so much. Hi, Wendy. We're looking for 18 or more, and let's count him down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
I like the way they painted this one. I think this one's really detailed.
Mm-hmm. He would look really cute with a Santa hat on. I agree. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, looks like Miss Wendy had a just in case 27, but Nikki had a just in case of 60. So Nikki, dear, is coming to you for 28. Thank you so much. All right, Jason.
All right, $10 choice, $10 choice, and I have some antique Thanksgiving postcards. One of them is used, the other one's not. So I'll show them to you. They're actually by a company, or they're stamped with a stamp that I had never seen before on a postcard. So in this little circle right down here in the corner, it says that these are S. Bergman, New York, and it's actually dated 1913.
I've had a postcard with that stamping on it.
And both of these say that. And it actually falls right into place because the one that has been used is postmarked, I think it's 1914. So it would make sense. So I have two of them for you to choose from. This one is unused, and they do have like the embossing on them. So I'll tilt the back here so you can see like where the pumpkin is. So you can see like they're three-dimensional. No real foxing, no real denting to them. They are your traditional postcard size. They measure 5.5 by 3.5. And this little one here has a little turkey on the like stick there, or the tree branch. There's a little pumpkin hanging down, and we have a pumpkin here. And what it says on the front, it says, "May turkey and pumpkin pies, pumpkin pies, and chestnuts and candies make a merry Thanksgiving for you." So that will be your first choice. And then when it comes to claiming these, we'll just call this one unused, and the next one will be used. So again, both of these have this design here on the back. If we can get it to focus, it's this circle almost like copyright, and they're printed by S. Bergman, New York, 1913. So that'll be your first one. That's the unused one. This one is going to be the used one. Here we have some pilgrims up here. We have that metallic gold. This one's embossed as well. Let me see if I can turn it in the light so you can see the 3D here in the back. Or you can see where, it's been pressed to be embossed. This one is postmarked here. It went through West Market Street Station maybe. And you can just almost see the 14 right there. So it's from 1914. Nobody said anything on it. It's just got their address. So I guess they just meant their greeting to be on the front, which it says, "Thanksgiving greetings, happiness, prosperity by the lot of this blessing day," which I find that a weird way to phrase that. It says, "Happiness, prosperity by your lot this blessing day." but that's exactly what it says right there. And then it has more of a highly detailed turkey down here on the bottom. Then we have 2 pumpkins that are being used as candle holders with 2 candles. And then again, we have a Mr. and Mrs. up here probably discussing their Thanksgiving plans, you know, who's bringing what, you know, things like that. So this one is the used one made by the same company. So thank you so much, Chrissy. I see you're 10. We're looking for 11 or more, and we'll claim them by unused and used, okay? And of course, these are great in flower frogs, and these are nice space savers the way these are printed, you know, vertically like that. Sometimes that can take up some room, but these are nice. So we're looking for 11 or more. Let's do a countdown, and we are doing just in case for active bidders. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And this one is the unused one. And that one is your used one. They're probably from the same series in the same time frame, seeing that they're both copyrighted that S. Bergman, 1913, New York. All right, there's our bid end. Thank you so much, Karen G. So Chrissy, she knew what she wanted. Thank you so much. They're both yours. Congratulations.
All right. Wendy, I was just going to suggest, make sure you're in live chat all messages, because if you're in top chat, it might filter out something for you. But I'm not sure why, because you're just in case, and there's Nikki's. So I don't know. It could have been filtered out. I do see it on my phone as well as StreamYard. So just check and make sure you're in live chat, or exit out and come back in, and then redo your chat settings as well. I'm not sure. Sometimes filtering can happen no matter what we do. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen often, but sometimes it does. All right. I do have a Nancy and Storybook doll this evening, and I thought I'd bring her right now because, well, she does have her box, first of all, and she is Little Miss Autumn, or a variation of Autumn. She is number 92. And also the little cardboard insert to kind of like hold her in place in the box is in there as well. But she is a variation. I've had a couple different variations, but I've never had this one before, of Little Miss Autumn. And so from the Seasons series, so they did like winter, spring, summer, and autumn for all the seasons and different variations of them. But she is in this kind of like wine colored dress. Wendy, I see you. Wine colored dress, and then it has like little kind of like grape leaves almost, which I like that. Little applied leaves that kind of go cascade down her dress. I think that's very cute. And then little matchy hat with the bow on it. She is a redhead. Nancy, I see you. Thank you so much. So she is frozen body, so that means just her little arms move, her legs and her head do not. She is 5.5 inches tall, and she does have her little pantaloons and little shoes on there, and then safety pin closure for the dress. That is manufacturing before they switch to snaps. That's how most of them come, that I find anyways. And she does stand. She can stand if you kind of splay her skirt. She can stand on her own. I really like the color combinations in this one too, for sure. But I see Miss Nancy's in at 18. Thank you so much. We are looking for 19 or more. And we do have her little box. And I always enjoy when I find these with the boxes, because they're just, I don't know, they just stay a little bit nicer pressed. Their hair doesn't get all frizzy. And usually they're much cleaner if they have their boxes. So I always appreciate a good box. And then you can use this as a little riser for something too. You know, you don't have to keep her in there, but you could use that as a little riser too. All right, let's count her down. Looking for 19 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Hi, Audrey.
That's a really good color for fall, like you were saying.
It is.
Really
she could
good.
even work in Christmas too, if you really wanted to leave her out. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. All right, Miss Nancy, she's coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, $24, Amy, $24, and you're going to get both of these. And I believe these are probably from the 1980s because they are made in India. A lot of these metals. Now, I don't know if this is brass that is covered in a silver, but they are both made in India. They are very heavy. You'll have to polish them when you get them. There's a little patina on them. Not too bad, but the new owner will have to do some polishing on them. So these are reindeer candlestick holders. They definitely have a great mid-century kind of flair about them. They both have their felt bottoms on there, and they both have, if it wants to focus, in made in India stamp. These are great to keep out all year long if you like reindeer, or they're great to keep out all season long. You know, you could put them out, you know, right after Thanksgiving, keep them out through, you know, till Valentine's Day if you want to. I'm not sure the exact manufacturer of these. Again, like I said, they have a made in India sticker on the bottom. And usually when I find brass or metal pieces that were made in India, that usually indicates to me that they're from the 1980s or the 1990s. So, and again, you're going to get them both. You can have them facing the same way. You can have them facing different. For example, it's a higher quality. The candlestick holder part here is actually riveted in. You can move one of them a little bit, but it's definitely in there and meant to be fixed in there permanently. There's no damage to the antlers on either one. And this one and the other one, they both measure 7 inches tall by about 4 inches wide. So they're really, really neat in this silver. They're kind of leaping. Maybe they're going to take flight. I thought these would be really neat. If, you know, we all find those left in holiday, like the left in sleighs and things. How fun would these be if you use them as the reindeer in front of, you know, the sleigh for Santa? So you could pose, you know, you can kind of pose them like this, or if you have a mantle, you can pose them opposing ways or facing one another. But these are really cool because a lot of times when we find those sleds or sleighs that have no reindeer, here, this would be your centerpiece on your table. So let me get in here close so you can see the detail. The patina is not bad, but they will need to be polished. If you want it to be really, really polished, you'll have to go ahead and get a little bit of cleaner out. I left it for the new owner. Maybe somebody wants them with that little bit of patina. And the old adage is, once that patina is gone, you can't put it back. So the new owner, it'll be up to you what you want to do. So, you know, Phil, I like the silver too. I think these look really mid-century. They also look very modern. They'll fit in a ton of different decors. And again, there's no chips to them. There's no flaking to the chrome. They just need polished. And there's no issues to the antlers, which is usually one of the first things that you see. You know, if someone drops them, the antlers take the brunt of it, but these are in really good condition. One more time, they measure 7 inches tall by 4 inches across. And they are made in India, so that indicates to me that they're probably from the 1980s or the 1990s. So let's go ahead and do a countdown. Phil's in at 26. I saw you, Laura, in at 25. So we are doing just in case for active bidders. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. You're so right. And if you wanted to, you could put little bows on them, put lucite candles in there, do all sorts of fun things with these. And again, you can leave them out all year long.
And probably Christmas tree, like blown glass Christmas tree toppers are probably working.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Cool. And the fact that they're leaping to take flight, I think is fantastic. So, all right, guys, there's our bid end. So Phil had just in case of 35, but Laura had just in case of 36. So Laura, they're yours for $36. Thank you so much.
Very cool. I've not seen those before.
No, they're neat.
Okay. All right. Here's the item that I mentioned at the beginning of the show that I wish I had a few weeks ago, but I didn't. I've been going through my ephemera bins. I did that a couple nights in a row, sorting Christmas cards and that sort of thing. And I came across another Halloween postcard.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know how it got mixed in the Christmas, but here it is. So I'm going to bring it tonight. It's a good one too. It is a good one. It is silver and it's also embossed. And it is a little witch riding on the broom with the black cat. So the witch itself and the black cat and the little kind of buildings down here are a little embossed. The stars and things are not. They're not heavily embossed. At least I can't feel them anyway. But they do have that silver foil glitter. Not glitter, but foiling kind of over top. There's a little tiny, it's not like bent all the way through, but it is kind of right up there, but it's not bent on the backside. And it says, "May fortune smile on you, jolly Halloween in the moon." All right. Yes, I said I was done last week with Halloween, but then I found this in my card. So I was like, well, shoot, I better bring it because yeah, I forgot about this one. So it does have a postmark on the back, although the date is not really visible. I have seen other ones from this same series, and this is a made in USA card, not made in Germany, from the same series. And most of those have a postmark like 1912, 1911, 1910, like around in there. So early 1900s, of course, it's an antique postcard, but I cannot quite make out the postmark on the back. And it looks like it probably had a stamp at one time. It looks like somebody took that off of there. It's no longer there, but has some cool handwriting on the back.
Oh, good.
I can't really read. Can't really come anytime. It would make a difference. Elsie Mae came yesterday. I don't know. I'm always curious, like what they corresponded about, not just, wishing each other good greetings or whatever for holidays, that they just like, hey, I saw Aunt May the other day.
Right.
Here's your Halloween postcard. I don't know. It's really interesting. All right. I see Renee has got the high bid right now at 25. So we're looking for 26 or more. This one's really cool. I really like the imagery on this one. All right, let's count it down. Ephemera bin, yes, Megs. Should you be surprised that I have ephemera bins? No, you should not. All right, let's count it down. We're looking for 26 or more. Anybody that's got a bid in there can use it just in case. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
Gosh, Amie, I think this is my favorite one that you've had all year. You saved the best for last.
When I was getting the postcards out, I was like, gosh, I think I had another one. And I was like, I don't know what happened to it, but that's what happened to it. It got in with the Christmas cards.
That Silver City down there in the bottom is my favorite part.
It's very cool. All right, there's the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, looks like Janine had a just in case of 42, but Wings had a just in case of 48. So for 43, Wings, congratulations. That is coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, $10 choice, $10 choice, and it's going to be choice on authentic 50s, 60s. I think these are the 50s, shiny Brite ornaments, okay? So I'm going to try to mix in shiny Brites from now through Christmas. Please always remember they have their typical patina. There's no major issues, but they have your typical patina. Sometimes they discolor. They get a little darkening to them. And I have two identical, but two different to show you, okay? This is going to read very gold on your screen, but in person, this is like a metallic green, all right? And this is one of my favorite scenes. So I have two of these to choose from. So like I said, they're starting out at $10 choice, and these are about the 2 3/4 inch ones. So these would be the largest, like mass-produced ones that you could get. Each one has their original shiny Brite topper, so that's important. And this is a very iconic scene from Shiny Brite. These, they did it in two ways. One, they either stamped it on, or they stamped them that they had like a mica glitter. And the mica glitter does kind of glisten and does kind of pick up underneath like the light on your, on your Christmas tree. So I like the ones with the mica glitter. The only downfall is if these aren't stored properly, it starts to flake off. So this is going to be your first choice. And I know it's reading gold because of all the lights, but in person, it's a metallic green. And this one is your very traditional Peace on Earth. There you can see all the snow coming down. Look at the fun little house, maybe the house with the barn that's snow covered. You have the tree that's covered in snow. And then you have the fun little mailbox right there kind of tilted off to the side. So This will be your first choice at $10, Peace on Earth. These are double-sided with the same exact design on both sides. And again, these shiny brights are getting more and more difficult to find, and more people are collecting them. So again, it's reading very gold. Although I look on my phone and when I tilt it, you can start to see the green coming through there. So, and again, just be aware that they're going to have that typical patina because these are older, you know, they're from the 50s. So that was your first one. And this is your second one with the same exact Peace on Earth design. Okay. And it is the, like, I don't know, maybe it's the farmette or the house with a garage. And then it has the mailbox there, a little tree right down here, and then you have another tree, and then it's snowing. So that's going to be your first one, and that one we're going to call Peace. This one is probably one of my favorite styles by Shiny Brite. It is the Merry Christmas one, and it has the poinsettia, okay? So this one is silver with the white. Thank you, Tracy. I know at Mother Tucker's, some of these go for $15 or $20 each, you know, in this kind of condition. Like I said, each one has its original Shiny Brite topper on, says made in the USA, which that's important. It also helps you date. And usually this sculpt with the serrated side means it's from the 1950s. So this one says Merry Christmas with the poinsettia. Some of these they actually did later years where they flocked them. And then they also did them in different colors. But this one is white on top of silver. And it's looking a little washed out because we have really bright lights in here. But in person, you can clearly see the little bouquet of poinsettias, and then it says Merry Christmas. Remember, there is going to be a little patina to these. That's what happened to these, you know, with years and years of being around. They kind of silver a little bit. So that'll be your second choice, but I have two versions of each. So here's the other one that says Merry Christmas. And whomever, if there's more than, you know, one person that's interested, and folks, the top bidder, I'll make sure I look at them and give you the best looking one. If you take them all, I won't have to worry about that. But if you want just one of each, I will make sure I take the time to pick the best ones. And then if there would be two bidders, and let's say the next person wanted one, then you'll get the one that might be a little more aged than the first one. So let me hold it still again. And these are the ones that measure about 2 3/4 inches. And again, it says Merry Christmas. This one is the silver one, and this one has its Shiny Brite topper. So here, this one does kind of have a little manufacturer defect in the blowing of it. You can see right there. But again, that's just each one of these were handmade. So let's go ahead and do a countdown. I got you, Paula. Thank you so much. And you'll either call it Christmas or Peace. So this one is green, the Peace on Earth, and I have two of them. And I have two of these that are identical. Let me hold it like this. Two of these that are identical. And what makes these special is they are the ones with the thick mica glitter on them. So let's do a countdown. We're looking for 11 or more. And we are doing just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I agree, KP. They do look really good together. And these were both out at the same time. So back if you're trying to recreate a Christmas tree, these would have hung, you know, at the same year, the same era of Shiny Brites. So they do go well together because they're both of the same time frame. So there's our bid. I don't see
the ones with the little scenes on them very often. Usually it's just the plain ones that I see, or the indents.
You're right. See these as much. And again, when it comes to these Shiny Brites, it's this mica glitter that gives them the 3-dimension. These really don't age well if they're not stored good. So Paula, let me know. Did you want one or two Peace? Did you want one or two Christmas? Did you want to mix and match? And you couldn't, and they're $10 each. So I have two of these and I have two of these. Pretty much identical. One of each. And I will make sure I get you the best ones of each. Paula, thank you so much.
Sounds good. All right. Yes, if you guys, Karen just put a reminder in there. If you haven't done a refresh in a while, make sure to do the gear wheel icon and do your little refresh so you get caught up if you're not lagging behind at all. All right, I have a choice round as well for my next. And these are going to be choice on little lots. Okay, so it's two things that I've paired together. So that will be the lot is 2 items. Okay, so The first item is going to be, well, I'm going to show you things individually first. Okay. So this is the first item in the first lot. It's a little miniature jewelry casket. These are my favorite, although I really appreciate the giant ones. The little baby jewelry caskets are my favorite. And this one does have some stamping on the bottom, but it's very worn, so I cannot quite make it out. Usually they don't have any kind of stamping on the bottom whatsoever. But what is cool about this one, and it does have some kind of nouveau little flowers and stems and that sort of thing that go around it, but it still has the silk lining in here. Look how nice condition that is. Usually I don't find them like this. If I do find the lining, it's usually pretty torn up and everything, but the lining is spectacular on the inside of that. And it's also coming with a brooch, because I don't like to sell jewelry caskets without a little piece of jewelry. So it is coming with this little rhinestone brooch, which looks like a little snowflake. And I'm going to show you the brooch individually here. And the brooch is marked Coro, C-O-R-O, on the back. So that is a higher end costume jewelry manufacturer. So all white little rhinestones, but you see how it looks like, it does look like a little snowflake, which I like that one. It is riveted on the back, all prong set, or not prong set, but it is all riveted construction on the back side. Little safety clasp, and it's very tiny marked Coro on the little Y-back setting. So 50s probably on this little brooch, but it is coming with the jewelry casket. And I think that that's a pretty like little winter little thing, together with the light blue silk in there. The other choice is, and I'll show you my, there it is. So this is an antique little miniature handbag. And the chain on here with the little loop would indicate that this would attach to a chatelaine. And it does have this really pretty floral closure with a kiss lock on the top. And these are all steel cut glass beads and kind of like a slate. It's kind of really dark gray, dark silver. There is a couple little missing beads on there, and it is just kind of suede on the backside. And the lining is really nice on the inside for how old this is, early 1900s on both of these pieces. So the thing that's coming with this one is an antique postcard made in Germany, and it has a little fairy. Do you see the little fairy? She's got wings, and she's melting her wax to seal up her little envelope. It is a Valentine postcard, and it does have, it's all in German here on the back. I believe the postmark on this one is 1909. But my vision for that was to just tuck it in, and then you can hang this on the wall. Instant little artwork with the little fairy. So those are the two choices, the little mini jewelry casket or the little purse with the postcard. Both antique. I don't get to bring antique stuff very often, but
they're ready-made Christmas gifts, Amie. They're already made Christmas gifts. Yeah,
for sure. All right. We'll bring those back at the recap then.
All right. Mine's going to start at $28. Mine's going to start at $28. This guy does not have his original base, so he does have a replacement style base. Okay. He probably would have had a flocked one, but I went ahead and made him a new base so he had something to stand in. Now, wait a minute. We both did 28.
We did.
I didn't do my Mother Tucker 5-second wait. Aaron, are you bidding
Aaron,
on Amie?
Let us know what you're bidding on if you're doing mine or Jason's.
Well, and Kim commented on him, so I bet with the lag, I bet you she's bidding on yours. I have a feeling she's bidding on yours.
I'm not sure.
And now our chat stops. You're killing me, YouTube. You're killing me.
Oh, Aaron's bidding on mine. Okay, you got it. We'll go back to Jason. All right, Aaron, I see you for choice at 28. So let's count it down. Looking for 29 or more on the pairing. All right, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Hello, Robin. Robin, if you haven't logged on YouTube in a while, you got to go into your settings and change your screen name back to how you had it, because YouTube's being weird. YouTube's being weird. All right. This was something we discovered last week. All right. There is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right. Robin did have a just in case in there, but didn't need it. So Robin at 29. Let me know if you want the jewelry casket and the brooch or the purse and the postcard. So you could do jewelry or purse. That would probably be easier to type in there. Aaron, you get second pick. And if Aaron passes, then we'll bring whatever back at the recap. The lag. Oh, she's taking them both. You got it, Robin. Thank you so much.
You really should do a different price point. That way it doesn't happen. $28 still, Amy. If anybody is interested, $28. And he is the bigger dancing Santa. Let me tell you that when it comes to these Santas, some of them have good detail. Some of them have weak detail. This Santa's mascara is on point. On point, you guys. And this guy is your typical, I would have to say, I couldn't find a made in Hong Kong stamp on him, but he's probably one of the first earlier generations of these flocked dancing Santas. Like I was saying, he did not have his base. He has a little bit of paint wear down at the bottom. So I had one of these wafers and I drilled a hole in it and gave him a new base so he could stand on his own. So there is a little bit of wear to the flocking. Some of these flocked Hong Kong pieces, yes, you're right, Karen. I should do 27 and a half. Some of these flocked pieces, depending when they were created, they kind of read a little more on the orange side of red, and this guy does. He's not quite as orange as he looks on your screen. He is definitely a red, but sometimes it seems like the lighter the flocking is on these, the more orange they look under bright lights. So again, he is one of the dancing Santas. He is in overall very, very good condition. What is a big selling point for him is he does have his original belt. So this is a little foil paper belt. A lot of times the buckle here is usually missing. Thank you. I see your bids, Phil. I see you, Robert, in at 29. Here is the worst missing flocking right here. And we have a little missing right here on his leg. Other than that, yeah, maybe one or two little spots on the back of the hat. But other than that, I have to say that for these flocking pieces, this is minimal. And a lot of them came out of the package like that. You know, if you see them still in their pack, they just mass produce these, and that's what happened. So I've had this version before where they just kind of flocked on the cotton almost, have you? So this one wouldn't per se have had a pom-pom. This is how they kind of glued it or adhered it on. He has more of a realistic style, almost like a stuffed animal style fabric that's applied here. And this guy here, if you wanted to, you could comb his beard in a little bit better and tuck it into the belt. Some of these early generation, higher quality ones, they tucked all of the beard whiskers into his belt. But then, of course, after years of having out and moving, some do, you know, work their way out. So the way he stands, he measures 13 inches tall. 13 inches tall. If you don't like this wooden base, I think it makes him look fancier. You could paint that. You could cover it in something. But again, Tina was able to find him from an estate, but he was missing his base. So I went ahead and made him a new one, and he stands beautifully on his own. So
I like the wood base, so just make him a little bit more stable.
I agree. And then you can make the hole a little bigger. I tried to recreate all the ones that I've had in the past. There's always been a little gap between the foot and the base, but he fits snug, and, you know, you can do whatever you want. Thank you, Kim. That was me being the handy guy trying to figure it out.
You did some crafting, Jason.
I did. And then, of course, these little cloche bases or, you know, figurine bases, they got the original felt on the bottom so it doesn't mess up your coffee table. So again, he measures 13 inches tall. He is the plastic Japan or Hong Kong flocked dancing Santa in very good vintage condition. And yes, there's a little wear there to the flocking on the mitten that I just noticed. So let's count him down. We're in with Paula at 30. We're looking for 31 or more. And active bidders can use it just in case. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I love these large ones, and these are becoming increasingly harder to find. So when you get them, guys, you got to grab them and save them, because they're just, you don't see the large ones. You can find the small.
They reproduced that large one, I don't know, a couple years ago now, in like some, I don't know, brighter colors.
They did.
But I don't know. They didn't like do the face quite the same.
No, you're right.
I like the old ones.
Agreed. Sure. All right. So Paula had a 30, but Robert had a just in case. So Robert, coming to you for $31. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Congratulations. Okay. I'm going to get the screen switched over. There we are. Oh, Paula, your just in case came in after the bid end. It just popped in there. So you might want to do a refresh, Paula.
What?
Okay. I'm going to go back to Kitsch Town for my next round here. And this guy, I've never found any of these. Now I can tell you that there is a series of 3 different poses for these. I've never run across one out in the wild before. And it is the cutest ever, little pixie pie. And it is the pixie with the little stockinette wings. Okay. So little stockinette wings applied there, riding on a goose. And there is a series of 3. They're all riding on geeses. I want a golden goose for Christmas. They're all riding the geese, but they're a little bit different poses, and so are the geese. But I've never run across one of these out there before, and you will not find any of these online right now. And there's no damage to it. It's in really nice condition. So there's no chips, no repairs. It's made by Wales, Japan, but the sticker is gone. All right. There is no longer a sticker on there. But I do know that the manufacturer is Wales. And we'll turn him to the back. So he does have red cold paint for his hat. And the color is showing a little more blue on screen, but it is that mint green for his little suit, which I enjoy in some of the Christmas ceramics when they incorporate that. And little goosey front here. He's got a gold bill and then a little gold bow tie. A little bit of gold kind of accents for like the wing kind of hanging out there. So stinking cute. You're right. I know. I want a golden goose that lays a golden egg.
Don't we all? Don't we all?
Veruca Salt. That's one of the best like character names that I've heard in a long time. Veruca Salt. All right. Measurement for this is 3.5 by 3.5. So there's about the size. So kind of like those smallest size little Japan pixies. He's a little bit bigger than that. And the stockinette, sometimes that wire can get super brittle on those, or they just get mangled mess, or there's holes. The stockinette is really good. I don't see any holes or anything with the stockinette. All right, so let's count it down. We are looking for 38 or more. Aaron's got the high bid at 37. So we are looking for 38 or more, and let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
I have never seen any of these before, any of this series. You said they did different ones.
There's a series of 3
of
those. Yep. Somebody on Instagram has the whole set. Bid end is in there from Karen. All right. I see some just in cases at the end there. It looks like Aaron had a just in case of 48, but Nikki had a just in case of 50. So Nikki, Pixie Friend is coming to you for 49. Thank you so much.
$20, Amy. And in the fall and at Christmas time, I like to, well, even in the spring around Easter, I like to collect and I like to display candy boxes or candy tins. And this one is kind of moody enough that it's going to fit into your fall or an alternative Christmas decor.
Ooh.
This is from the 1930s. They call this, a lot of people call this the UFO tin. This company made a couple of these style tins, but made them in different designs, okay? So I don't know which design is harder to find. I know that I couldn't find this exact design online. So I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I think it's Daggett's. I think it's Daggett's Chocolates. So it's Daggett's Chocolates. And this is one of their candy tins from the 1930s. It is very Art Deco. It's very Art Nouveau because it has this great flower way in it. There looks like when you tilt it to the side, it looks like there is a little slight denting to the top. But other than that, it's got a great patina to it. It would have been out of Boston, Massachusetts, and in this tin would have housed, let me see if we can get it to show, about 1.5 pounds of chocolate. So this would have been an expensive gift back in the 1930s for somebody. So some of the colors you have on here, you have some of these diamond style effects that are in black. You have some of the great metallic gold. And then you have some of these floral effects, kind of tulipy style flowers, very Art Deco, maybe daisy little flowers in there as well. And it repeats in this circular pattern. So my great-grandpa worked at that building for the and Marie, did I say it properly? Hopefully I said
cool,
it properly.
Marie. That's very cool.
I do know in my research, this is a very sought after style tin. I know that a lot of people that like to collect Art Deco and Art Nouveau style things love this. And when I really researched online, I was amazed what some of these can do. So again, then here's the bottom side. You can see some of the designs on it. There is a little patina to it, but it's not completely, roached out or completely missing, paint. It's in very, very good vintage condition. I'm not sure it's pronounced, but I do. Okay. All right. And that like from my aunt. Okay. That's awesome. Awesome. There's the back side, which would have sat on your countertop. Definitely not a ton of, wear to it. And see if I could open it earlier without a problem. The inside is super clean. A lot of times these, if they get moisture on the inside, they do sort of rust and they sort of rot out. This one is super clean. So if you wanted to actually store things in here, you could actually do that. I think this would look great in your fall displays. I had this on a plate stand in my reel. You can go ahead and pop it on a plate stand. I think this would be neat. Maybe if you wanted to gift something to somebody, you could use this as a vessel to gift to them with the upcoming Christmas season. And I think they would really, really enjoy it. Again, this company used tins to sell their candies, chocolates, and things. And in my research, there's a couple different designs. I couldn't find this exact design. There's some, golds in here. There's some reds in here. And I know in the past, a lot of folks have enjoyed my candy tins. And this one is really, really unique. The measurements on it, about 7.5 inches wide from the side. And again, I feel like that might be pressed in just a little bit. You can see it's a little sideways. From the side, it's about 4 inches tall. So it's a really, really nice early tin. It's a little more difficult to find. I don't know that I've ever found one of these before. I know in my area of Adamstown, there's a lot of folks that sell, vintage advertising pieces. And this is the first time I've ever had this one. So, and I know you look at tins a lot, Amie. Have you ever seen this?
I've never run across one of those before.
So again,
I like everything about that tin.
I do too. And especially that it's authentic and this is probably from the early 1930s. This is like coming out of the 20s into the very early 1930s.
It does look like a toy top. A couple of people said it looks like the shape of a tin litho top. That's what it looks like.
All right. And Marie says they are rare. So we'll take it from somebody who definitely knows. And she's from that region up there too. So I was able to, I don't know if you guys remember a week or so ago, I sold some of the unopened toys like the wax. It was the putty and stuff that I had sold and this came from that. This came from that same estate. So somebody in that estate held on to a lot of these older 1920, 1930 things. So again, $20 if anyone's interested. It is a vintage candy tin. You could use this the way most people use it and put your sewing things in it. As long as the candy's sealed, you could seal some modern day candy in it and give it as a gift. I think that would be really fun. I just think having it like this or putting it on your countertop would be really, really fun. So again, 1930s, fun chocolate candy tin. And that's supposed to be there. You know, that's the way they designed it. That's not patina, but you can just sort of see maybe a little bit of wear here, a little bit of wear there. So $20 if anyone's interested. A really fun, unique candy tin, something I had never brought to a live before. And then there is the back. And I do believe the company is out of Boston, Mass. And you would have gotten 1.5 pounds of candy out of it. But we'll let you guys marinate on that, and we'll bring that back for the recap.
That's very cool. Somebody said you could also put a bottle brush tree on the top of that. Laura said that.
You could.
A bottle brush, it kind of looks like a tree skirt. Oh, Joe's in.
Got you, Joe. Let me just do it. Just because of the, honestly, because of the lag, we'll do a quick countdown. But I got you, Joe, at 20. So let's do a countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Oh, that's a great idea, Joe. And I'm thinking, yeah, if you wanted to, you could probably, I don't know. I feel like, oh, that could have been the way it was produced because there's no wrinkle on the inside. Maybe that was in a production flaw. I don't know. Joe, thank you so much, sir. Congratulations. I think that's a really fun grab. Thank you very much.
That's really cool. That'll be a great riser.
Agreed.
Okay. I have a very cool book for my next round. I've had variations of this, but I've never had the first edition. Nor have I had, this was the first edition cover. They changed, in some of the other editions, they did change the cover to this. I like this cover way more than the other. But Elizabeth Gordon, one of my favorites. And the very first publication on this from 1915. I did mark some pages in here. I'm not going to show everything that's in here. It's difficult to find, especially in this condition. So it's Lorraine and the Little People. And I don't know if my camera is doing any justice to the cover whatsoever. But there's little pixies, fairies peeking out, little anthropomorphic flower faces all over the cover on this one. It is fantastic. And it's really nice condition too. Pretty much like the only wear is going to be like on the very cover or like on the corner of the binding. But the cover front is really nice. And the back is also really nice. And I did mark a few things in here. If you know Elizabeth Gordon, you know, I don't got to tell you. She is one of my favorite illustrators, book manufacturers. So there is the copyright, 1915. So that is the first publication date of this. MJ, I see you. Thank you so much. MJ, when's your birthday? It's got to be soon. It's got to be soon, right? All right. So I did mark some pages in here. And there's just cool stuff in here. So this is the Crest of the Wave is the name of her. She's like a mermaid. Isn't she cool?
Real good.
And then there's there's little mini stories that go throughout this book. Here's the Sea King and another mermaid. Very cool. There's little mini stories that go throughout here, and it kind of changes with the seasons. Like different characters throughout the season. Here's little Princess Raindrop. Look at her, and she's painting all the spots on the tiger lily flower. How cute is that? Sweet. So there is a mixture of black and white and color illustrations in here. I'll show you. Here is Princess Raindrop herself. So that's black and white illustration, but I love that. Like flapper style, dripping in raindrops, jewels. Very cool. Here's the little rain people. How cute are they?
Oh my God.
Little rain people fairies.
Adorable.
So cute. I just love, I would have loved to have met Elizabeth Gordon if she was still around these days. I'm sure that would be very fun. She is the Queen of Sleep in this one. I love the poppy flowers used in this one. Like early 1900s. I don't know, something about these illustrations. I mean, I like mid-century stuff, but something about these antique illustrations. And this one, the Queen of Sleep, she's putting, I wish it would focus. She's putting to bed all the little babies in the flowers. How cute is that? I just love it. I have a couple more marked pages, but I'm definitely not showing everything that's in here. This is the Queen of Dreams with the butterfly. This is just so beautiful. Beautiful illustrations in here. And then the stories are very interesting as well, too. Just a couple more. This is the Maple Leaf Queen here. So cool kind of fall illustration. And then there's a bird, another bird lady character that's in the background of that one. And oh, this is so cute. We've got little Jack Frost and the Merry Men. That's the story. Look at him.
These graphics are incredible.
So
These
cute.
Illustrations are incredible.
I marked the next one, although it's in black and white, but I wanted Karen to see this one.
Oh my God.
You got the little snow people. Oh I wish it would focus. Come on. But little snowmen, and they're painting the frost on the landscape. And I think I have one more marked thing, and then we'll count it down. I do. Little Jack Frost riding through the countryside on a little shell carriage.
Oh my God.
With little mice. I think they're mice. They look like mice. I wish it would focus. Little mice kind of like in place of reindeer, and then all the snowmen are in the backside. But it's just a cool book. And there's kind of the last story in there has the front image that's on the front cover. Okay, let's count it down. MJ's got the high bid right now at $37, and it is hardcover, pretty nice condition overall for a book of its age. Let's count it down. Looking for 38 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
That book is really, really chock full of some really good pictures.
And there's a lot in there that I didn't show you too. It's a good one. All right, MJ's got a just in case in there. Wings came in there with a 40. Ooh, and there's Karen's bid end. All right, so MJ is going to be my winner over Wings 40 for 41. Congratulations, MJ. Thank you so much.
All right, Amie, $25 choice. $25 choice, and I'm really excited to have.
Did you say 25?
$25 choice, yes. And these are made in Hong Kong. These are from the, probably the late 60s into the 1970s. If y'all love some plastic fantastic, these are little lanterns that light up. First of all, the company used one of these window candles, okay? To find them in a different color that isn't that cream is amazing. So $25, I wouldn't encourage you to take it apart, but the base, and this is how they were made from the factory, is actually a green window light.
Chandelier.
Yep. So it's a green one, which you don't see those that often. So it is the Plastic Fantastic, and they are both identical, and they do both work. And I'll show them to you. I believe they actually have their original light bulbs in there, and they are these little plastic lanterns with these fun flocked bows on the front. You can see there is a little bit of wear to the bow, but other than that, everything is intact. Sometimes the older these get, some of the pieces get brittle and are missing. Every little greenery piece seems to be intact, and they still have their little bow, which is amazing. So here on the back, let's see if I can get it to show in the light. Right here, it's embossed on the back, Hong Kong. And you can see that it is a higher quality. It's an earlier version of these Plastic Fantastics where they actually used metal, like grommets or metal rivets to hold it together. And the back of this is like a hard plastic, and then it is fully attached. And then this is like a faux filigree almost, and it has glitter all over it. And this is that thinner Plastic Fantastic that we all love. So I have two of them, and they're supposed to be these fun little lanterns that you can put on your mantle or mix into your Christmas display. They have the original wires and plugs. All are in very good condition. They're not polarized, but they'll work without issue. You know, I wouldn't worry about a fire hazard. You could hang them on the wall if you want to. You could put a little hole in here, or you could go ahead and sit them on your mantle or wherever you want to display them. So each one, like I say, does work. So there it is. And I did show in my reel that each one of them lit up. And I had them lit for a very long time. And actually, whatever watt bulb they have in there, it does not get hot. So I don't fear that it's going to hurt any of the plastic, foliage in there or anything. And again, I do love the glow. Maybe if you guys wanted to replace it with one of those little bulbs that kind of flickers like a real light, you could put an LED one in there if you want to. But again, this is some of that plastic fantastic that if it isn't stored properly, it becomes brittle and broken. And this is in like brand new condition. So there's what the base looks like, how they fed the cord up through. And again, I do have 2 of them. So this is your first one. They measure about 11 inches tall. Amie, I know you know Christmas pretty well. Have you ever seen these before?
I've seen these, but I didn't, I guess I've not seen one that's been working.
And again, here is my second one. I have 2 of them for you to choose from. There is 2 of them, Joe. I got to be balanced. And I think the estate that they came from, we have this, and there'll be 1 or 2 pieces that were holding on to the marathon. So they were pretty big in that you can tell the things that Tina got from that estate. They must have bought their Christmas in that like 65 to 75, like that decade of things. And these I would probably date to somewhere between 65 and 1970, maybe right into the beginning of the Hong Kong phase, which is what they're embossed here on the back. See if you can, now it's focused. And you can see like that's a high quality, that's a thicker plastic. And then you can see where the plastic part, the little thinner plastic fantastic pops in there. And it's kind of held in there, and then they become these fun little lanterns. And one of the bows had fallen off, but if you guys are familiar with these, you know that like they have these little like prongs that stick out, and then you can pop the pieces back on. So again, these are your typical, I call these, Amie was right, they're little candeliers, but I call these your little window candles. And the base of it is a green, which is hard. I've never seen a green one before. I've seen red ones, but I never saw a green one. And then these were made in Hong Kong. And these are your plastic fantastic. Again,
they'd be really good mantle pieces.
Absolutely.
One on each end with a swag in the middle.
And I'm losing my paperwork here. And if you wanted to, the little ring up top is hardy enough that if you guys had like maybe some kind of a way to plug them in, you could hang them on the wall.
Like a wreath hanger. You could, one of those over-the-door metal ones that could hang on a door.
Absolutely. And to
that
find
you don't
this,
use, you know.
Right. And to find this plastic in this good of condition, usually the bows are missing. Usually there's parts of the, greenery that's missing. Sometimes there's plastic cracks to the plastic. There is none whatsoever. So for that reason, and again, I've never had these before. Yes, that's what I was thinking, Joe. You could put one of those flame bulbs in there and actually give it a really, really 3D realistic kind of look. So, and again, I have 2 of them. I'm trying to hold them back so you can envision them maybe, I think they would look good if you put them on your mantle. So like put them on either side of the mantle, light them up, and you can see that there's lots of glitter on them. They even glittered the top. There's no damage. There's no separation. If these weren't stored properly, that plastic would have flattened. And again, I think they're really neat and really different. I don't think they're kind of, on the tacky side. I actually think they're kind of classy. And again, they are 11 inches tall. So I'll just wait one more moment. And again, I'm doing choice. So if you just want one, you can claim 1 or you can claim 2. So we'll put these to the side and I'll bring them back for the recap. Over to you, Miss Amie.
Okay. I'm just going to wait a minute. The mother tucker bag. See, there it is.
Wait. All right. I got you, Robert. Thank you so much. So let's do a quick countdown.
Joe's in there
too. And Joe. So we're looking for 26 or more, and I have 2 of them, and they are both in identical condition. If it comes down to, folks taking one, I'll pick the one that has like the less flocking issues on the bow. So 26 or more. 26 or more, just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And again, they are higher quality. That is your typical plastic. Like this would be like the plastic that they would have made little plastic houses out of, like that Alpine series. And then in the front is that thinner, more flexible. It's more of a flexible style plastic. So there is our bid. And Heather, I got a bunch of flocking issues.
Don't we all? Don't we all?
Oh my gosh. So Joe, for $26, sir, you get choice. Did you want one of them or two of them? Again, I'm Mr. Balance. Like, I love my bunnies behind me, but they got to be the same size. Tina, not so much me, but Joe, let me know. One or two. Okay, Joe, they're both yours. Thank you so much. Congratulations. They're good. They're good.
All right. I have a choice round for my next round, and these are salt and pepper shakers, both of them. And I've had one set, of course, meow meow, before, but I've never had the other set before. So these are the two choices. So we've got a Nesco Winking Kitty, my namesake. I already have a set of these. I do always look for these in case somebody else wants to collect them, but I already have a set myself. And then these are PY, but these are a little special, and I'll talk about that in a second. But I'm going to show you each one individually first up here on the board. Okay, so Chrissy and Deborah, I see you both. Thank you so much. All right, so this is the actual pair. I actually have them backwards. Here we go, because they're supposed to be winking at each other. All right, and there's just a couple tiny little flea bites on these. They usually have something. Mine have flea bites as well. There's a couple like kind of up in this little hat brim, and then there's a couple teeny tiny ones on the back of this one, kind of in the little flower petal. This one has a stopper. This one also has a stopper. No Enesco foil sticker left on them, but those are Winking Kitty. All right, so that's choice number one. I'll get back caught up in the chat. I see Chrissy and Ashley. Hey, Ashley, good to see you tonight. The second choice, and I got my PY book out so I can show you these because they're part of a larger set. I don't have the other two pieces that go with it, but these are also little salt and pepper shakers made by PY. So we have, and you see that this one looks like a little creamer, and I'll show you why. So this one is supposed to represent a little sugar bowl, and this one is supposed to represent a creamer. They do not have stoppers. There's no chips on either one of these, okay? But I am going to show you the set of these, which I've never run across. But these were marketed as a children's set, okay? So something that children were supposed to play with. All right, so it would have had a little underplate, and you can see the centerpiece there has a little lidded dish on it. That is supposed to be the teeny tiny little teapot. Okay, and those would be the shakers that would come with it. So you could have a little tea time in there. But I've never run across that set before. But I just found the shakers for those. So it doesn't have the other pieces that go with it. But I thought I would bring them with the Winking Kitty tonight because they're cute. I think they'd be cute for fall too. Okay. Woo, let me get caught up on the chat. Thank you all so very much. So Chrissy's got the high bid right now at 36. So this is for choice of shaker sets. Just a couple little flea bites on Winking Kitty. Nothing like super major or anything. And no chipping on the little PY set. They're little apples. Okay. Let's count it down. Anybody that's got a bid in there is welcome to use a just in case during the countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid it.
They go good together. They definitely compromise. They complement each other.
All right, Chrissy, I see it just in case from you. And, ooh, Ashley also got a just in case in there right before Karen's bid end. So Ashley over Chrissy's 51. So at 52, Ashley, let me know if you want apples or cats. Apples or cats. Chrissy, you get second pick. And then looks like behind that is going to be Krista. Krista's on deck after that.
I have never had the privilege of seeing that PY set in person.
I would like to see the whole set in person. Mm-hmm. They're just they're little. They're just so little. Okay, Ashley's going to take Wink and Kitty. You got it. Meow, meow. Thank you so much. All right. So, Chrissy, let me know if you're interested in the little PY apple set. Oh, happy birthday, Ashley. Is it your birthday today? All right, Chrissy's going to take my apples. You got it. Thank you so much. All right. Well, because we got a birthday in the house, it's only right. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Ashley. Yay. Happy birthday.
I really should make a Parmesan birthday video.
I'll really should.
I'll work on that and get a new one out there. But thank you both so much. Thank you.
If you could get him like jumping out of a birthday cake, that'd be really fun.
Yeah, I don't know if I can coordinate that so much.
Okay. All right. $15, you'll get both of these. $15, you'll get both of these. These are fun little kitschy prints for your gallery wall, or maybe that weird little spot in between two doors. These are little prints made by the Lambert production company. So they are marked on the back, and you can see these are their little 4x8s. So this first one you're going to get, they're both kitty cats. So I'll just spoil alert, they're both kitty cats. This one is your first one. Look at Miss Kitty Cat with her little mirror in her hand. She has this fun, whimsical, green, yellowy polka dot bow that she has. And she has her little purse there. And then look at her fun little lavender style flowers in her hair. So she's a cute little long-haired kitty cat. These are probably from the 1950s. And they're in their original little wooden frames. So you're getting them both for $15. They have their original hooks. So they're ready to hang. And then when you measure the frames, they come in about 6x5. So for $15, you're getting both of these. These are very collectible, very kitschy. These fun little prints. Look at the little kitty cat there. Especially maybe you have some shakers or figurines. It's fun to have. Is it
Lefton or Napco? They have a cat that has a little bonnet of flowers like that.
They do. Figurine. They do. I had it years ago. Lefton.
Something.
Lefton made it. Yep. And she actually, I had that years ago, and she would be a good compatible piece for that. So there's your first one. This is your second one. We have little kitty cat. Look at her. She's like she's kicking.
My gosh. She has a little skirt of flowers.
She does. And she is a cute little white long-haired kitty cat. I mean, if you guys love kitsch, if you love things from the 1950s and you're a kitty cat lover, I'm telling you guys, these are a must-have. These are fun prints. They did dogs. They did other animals. These are just fantastic. And we used to have some versions of these, but we never had these before. So I'm not saying they're rare, but these are really, really fun, and they're really different. So this will be your second one you're getting. Little kitty cat friend. She has her little, wreath of flowers there on her head, and she's like a little white, long-haired kitty cat. And she's like, I like to kick. I like to stretch.
I'm 50.
Because I'm 50. And again, they have their original glass. This one is missing whatever back was on it. There's like a cardboard back that promotes the company that they are. This one's missing it, but it doesn't hinder it at all. If you wanted to, you could cut a piece of cardboard and put on it, but she's in there nice and tight. And again, the center part is 4x5, but when you measure the outside frame part, it bumps it up, and I'm rounding up a bit to about 6x5. So you're going to get both of these cute little kitty cats for $1 money. I saw you, Nicole. I see you, Nancy, and it's 17. So we're looking for 18 or more. And again, they both have glass fronts. There's no stains. That's little kitty cat's tail there dangling down behind her. Her little paws there. She's kicking. Super cute. And then this one here, she would go well with if you guys collected little kitty cats, and then maybe I can kind of see like head vases and things going well with that.
Mm-hmm.
And you can stand them up. You have to prop them a little bit or hang them on the wall, do a gallery wall. And I don't know how many different kitty cats they did. Maybe they did 4, 6. They usually did even numbers, so you could add 2 more. But how cute would that look? Kind of offset like that on your gallery wall. So let's count them down. We're looking for 18 or more. And again, you're getting both of them. It's not going to be choice. Wooden frames. They're the old school wooden frames with the nails that hold them together, and they're glass. So they have a glass front. So they are high quality 1950s prints. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I see in at 18. Nancy is in at 19. I see Nicole with a just in case of 25. Boy, that at's really throwing me off.
Yeah, I know.
So there's our bid end. Thank you so much. I was starting to do a little New Kids on the Block there. So Nicole, they're yours for $20. Thank you so much and congratulations.
Thanks for hanging tough with us, you guys. New Kids on the Block. All right.
Oh my God.
This is going to be my highest start item of the sale. Next, I've had another variation of this guy before, just a plain skunk. All right, but he's a dapper skunk because he's wearing a bow tie or a tie and a button-up shirt. And this is made by Napco. It's a large planter. It's huge. One of the bigger planters that Napco produced for sure. But it's this cute little dapper little Mr. Skunk. Now, I will tell you that there is a girl planter that coordinates with this. She has kind of a little polka dot dress on that matches this. But sadly, I just found Mr. Skunk. But he's just the happiest. Look at that face. He's just so happy. Oh,
I love him. And doesn't he pair with the little nighttime sleepy skunk shaker set?
Yes. They do kind of match with that. But the girl planter that goes with this, she has a dress on, not pajamas, but she does have a little, like a polka dot dress on. I have cleaned this. There is just a couple little spots in there that I could not get out, but there's no chipping to the skunk at all. No chips, just a little bit of crazing that I can kind of see in the glaze in a few spots. But nothing like really major with it at all. It is made by Napco. Doesn't have the foil sticker there on the bottom anymore. But there's also a giant skunk that is not wearing clothing that they also produced as well. Napco did some really cute skunk things. That is for sure. I collect skunks myself besides deer. And Napco just made some of the best ones. PY also did some really cute skunkies. But he's just kind of hanging out in front of this tree stump. I don't know why. But he's just very cute. Now, I will tell you, he measures 7 inches tall. 7 inches tall and 6 inches at the widest point this way. And then this direction, he is about 4.5. So he's a dapper stinker. Absolutely. And there's no cold paint on him, so you don't have to worry about any kind of paint loss at all on him. I also think he would be, because it kind of looks like pajamas. It kind of just looks like a dress shirt. I don't know if you would wear a tie to bed, but I mean, live your life. You can if you want. But this would look cute with a bottle brush tree in it. Like,
you know what's
Christmas time.
What's fun about him is he'd make a great caddy in like your powder room. If you want to put your stinkers in the powder room, you could put all kinds of little things in the back there as a little caddy.
He is so happy. He is. I was trying to see if I could grab something so you can see like dimensional. Like that's how big, like if you put pens in it, that's about like how big it is, how deep it is. Nikki, I see you. Thank you so very much. He's just in really nice shape. I wish I had both of them so you could see the pair together because they are darn cute. Let's count it down. Nikki's in at 40, so we're looking for 41 or more. Pretty nice darn shape on him. Let's count him down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Don't be angry, Renee. Don't be angry.
That's a unique way of putting that, Renee. It is like wipe that smirk off your face, skunk. Stop being so happy, stinker.
Oh my gosh. All right, Nikki, I see you just in case. There's Karen's bid in. You didn't need your just in case. It's coming to you, Nikki. Thank you so much.
$22, Miss Amy. And Tina saved this guy, I think it was last week. So she saved this guy from auction. He is a really, I got to say, he's a high quality. He's derpy. He's cute. He's a high quality plush. Okay. He really, really wants to be a Stife, but I don't believe that he is. So I do think he's from the 1940s or 1950s. His eyes are glass. So he is a higher quality plush. His eyes are glass. All right. So this is kind of his stance with these big, extra large, clumsy kind of feet, which I love. So let me take him off of here. I'm sorry, I'm talking bad about you. I will say this eye over here seems to be just a little loose. It does dangle forward, but it's still on there. So I wouldn't get too rough with him. He is a higher quality. You can see there is a stain now. This is almost like a suede. Matter of fact, I believe it is suede. So they did sew suede in here for his feet. He is a little discolored, but he does have detailed where they actually painted.
Oh, he's got little toenails.
Painted the plush for him to have feet. Some little youngster actually put their bracelet around his neck. So
how cute is that?
We left it. I thought that was fun. If you don't want it, you could either, cut it off, leave it on, take it off. And it has this really, really big vintage bell on the front. So the bell here is probably, that's an older bell that you would have seen in the 30s or the 40s. So he does have a loose little string. I kind of left it. You can see that I don't know if he was supposed to be more on the pink side or they painted the belly pink. That's what I believe. But he is a super cute little elephant. And how cute is he going to look if you stage your house for Christmas time? Like
he doesn't have a tag or anything on him, does he?
Amy, I looked all over, and I have to tell you the fact that his mouth even is suede. Okay, the mouth is suede, the feet are suede. I can't confirm. Not all Stife, which you've said, Amy, not all Stife was mohair. Not all Stife was made with mohair. So this is not mohair. This is your typical plush, from like a normal style stuffed animal. I checked in all the places. There should be like a tag. Maybe that's the remnants of the tag, which is the string. There would have been a Stife, tag sewn in here. Maybe that's why that's there. Or there's definitely no holes where there would have been the little, the little button there for, the little tag. So there's none there. Dude is super cute. You can tell he's old. When you feel the plush, he feels clean, but you can feel that they painted him. Do you know what I mean? Like kind of the fabric of the plush, when they paint it, it takes on a different texture once it starts to age. So he
is a Stife, Jason.
Is he a Stife?
Yes, his name is Trampy the elephant.
Trampy the elephant. So little Trampy the elephant. I tried to research him. I couldn't find him anywhere. So that's a doggone good deal for a Stife, let me tell you.
He's real good.
He is in very, very good vintage condition. He does have glass eyes. Like I said, this eye here seems to be just getting a little loose. You can see a little bit of the string starting to come down. I can't tell you how stinking cute this guy is in person. I think he's fantastic. So I see you, MJ, in at 24. Paula had a 23. He measures about 10 inches wide and about 7 inches tall. So again, he is as fun. And how old would you say he is, Amy? Was I pretty right?
What I'm seeing is early 60s.
Okay.
They did remake him a couple times.
All right. I will say there is
his little ear tag his little ear button would have been up in the right where your index finger is on the ear. That's where the ear tag would have been. Yeah.
I looked and looked and looked. There were some other Stife at that sale, and Tina questioned, and I did my research. I looked and looked to see if there was a hole or if I could find an exact match. I didn't, but I did know that bringing him, he didn't feel American made, which I didn't get a chance to say that. The mouth here, the little pink part, that's suede as well. So his mouth is suede. His feet are suede. There is a little staining, probably just because they probably sat him in things. Again, just know I wouldn't go yanking on these eyes or they will probably come out because those eyes are sewn in. And you can sort of feel the straw inside, and some of the straw in here you can feel is kind of breaking down a little bit. But other than that, his legs are actually stuffed, so his legs are plush. The face has some of that straw in there. And then down in here, there's no wire in there, but that's kind of, plush. So, but he is just doggone cute. And if you didn't want to keep the bracelet on, you can see right here. Let me show you here. Right there, you could start to stretch that to pull it off. I would think it would break, but you could get that off. But I thought that some youngster.
I think he looks cute with it.
I do too, and he probably has had that on there for a long, long time. When you move it, truth be told, when you move it, I'm not going to really be able to show you guys. The coloring's not off that much, so there's not like a ton of discoloration to it. So, all right, guys, on the little stife, and what was his name again, Amy?
Trampy.
Trampy.
Trampy the elephant.
Trampy the elephant. So we are in at 26 on a 1960s stife Trampy. He's in very, very good vintage condition. So let's count him down. We are doing just in case if you're an active bidder. We're looking for 27 or more. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I would probably display him sitting up a little bit. Maybe if you had a little ball, put a little ball in front of him. I think he'd be stinking cute in your displays. And I was thinking, like I always say, if you stage your Christmas tree, you can stage them with some of these vintage plush.
He'd be perfect under the Christmas tree.
I agree. So thank you all for the bids. I see Nicole at 27. MJ had a just in case of 34. Nicole had a just in case of 68, which isn't showing on my phone, but it's here in StreamYard. Are you seeing it on your phone, Amy? I see it here in StreamYard.
Yes, yeah, I see it on both things.
Okay. So Nicole, for $35, he is coming to you. Thank you so much. And thank you for the bids.
And that reminds me, Nikki, I forgot to tell you, I got to see my favorite stife dealers at the Lansing Doll Show over the weekend. And I asked them about Whitty the Owl. And they're in their like late 70s, early 80s, both of them. They've been stife dealers like pretty much their entire married life. And he has never heard of a Whitty the Owl with a squeaker in it. He said maybe somebody was having fun at the factory that day and they decided to put a squeaker in it, but he's never heard of one with a squeak.
Wow.
So anyway, just thought I'd pass that on because I forgot to tell you about it. All right. This is going to be a lot. So you're going to get everything that you're going to see out here. And I love Lego the Owl. Lego is the manufacturer. Or Lego, however you want to say it. I say Lego my ego because that's easier for me to remember. But the foil sticker is there on the bottom of the toothpick holder. I did not pay $1 for that. I don't know what that marking is. It looks like $1, but I didn't pay $1 for that. But you're going to get all of them together. So these are the larger salt and pepper shakers plus the little toothpick holder. There is several other pieces that go with these owls, and they are all good condition. Not really any kind of issues with any of them. They're all just really good. So I'm gonna take one off. So we'll look at the salt and pepper shakers first. And they do both have like the little kind of rubberized plastic for the stoppers. They do have little Made Japan stickers. These guys don't have the Lego Japan sticker on them. So there's no chipping on the shakers. We got a 2-holer and a 3-holer. And these are pretty large. All right, these are a little bit larger size shakers. They are 4 1/4 inches tall. And then you also get the little toothpick holder. I really like that they made a little tree and then he's just kind of perched on the little branch there. There's a couple little flowers that are painted on the front of it. Also no issues with the little toothpick holder. And that is 3 1/4 by 3. So I found these at different times, but I usually don't come across very many pieces of these. I have, there's a different Lego owl that I collect. It looks a little bit different than these do. But I'm in search of the teapot. That's all I need for for those.
You know what I love about this series, Amie? It is the same exact color as the tops of the Merry Mushroom canister sets. So if you guys are into like that mushy mushroom kind of kitchen and you're looking for something that's compatible, the color on these will match the tops of the Sears Merry Mushrooms.
Yeah, it does. All right. I see Miss Daisy Girl, welcome in, is in at 28. And you're going to get all the pieces together. Hooty hoo. Let's count them down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. These are like the quintessential fall critter.
That they
Besides
are.
Squirrels, owls. That's what I think of.
That they are. And I love the flowers around their eyes.
I do too. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. All right, Miss Daisy Girl, they're coming to you. Thank you so much. All right.
All right, $24, Amie. $24. The only situation with this is that the chain has come undone from Mama. So you need a little jump ring or you need to run them through her paw, okay? Because that's the way this trio would have been chained together. So the chains are still there. You're just going to have to rechain them back together. And this little series, the chain would have went through Mama's paw, okay? So she's a real snooty pooty here with her paw up, kind of begging, and then she's got her two little babies. So $24, you're going to get the set. They are made in Japan with no chips or cracks. The paint is in really, really good condition. They do have their original chains, and usually the chain went straight through Mama's leg. So the chain has either come apart or you're going to need a little jump ring to hold them together. But that's minimal, and that's going to make them a little easier to ship since they're all separated. So if you're into poodles and you collect the poodle sets, this one is a little more difficult to find. It took us a while years ago to add this set to our collection with Mama's leg. You know, this is where the little hole is where the chain's supposed to go through. So she is a spaghetti poodle from the 1950s, made in Japan. She's a white little poodle. She'd be great to mix into your Christmas displays, especially the little white, maybe put a little red bow on her. And again, she's in good condition with no chips or cracks. Even the paint is phenomenal on the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. And of course, she is your little high-class little snooty pooty right there. I'll hold her still here so you guys can see. Thank you, Robert. I see you're 24, so we're looking for 25 or more. There is some gold details in all of the spaghetti. As far as I can tell, this is a higher glaze spaghetti, so it would really stand out if there was a chip on it. I couldn't find any chips because this is very glazed. Some of the left-in earlier 50s pieces, they didn't glaze it that well, and sometimes you couldn't tell if a piece chipped off, but these are higher glaze, so I don't believe there's any chips. Mama is 5 inches tall, so she's 5 inches tall, and then her babies are each different sizes. Sometimes these sets came that both babies were in this stance, but this set you got one of the little sitting poodle babies. And my light's really washing out the eyes and things. The eyes are in really good, there you go. You can see the paint's in really, really good condition. It does have remnants of the original chain. The original little jump hoop is still attached. And this little baby here is about 2 3/4 inches tall. Again, no chips or cracks. So you get that little baby there. And then you get this little baby here, which is standing. Really, really cute. I'm not going to say it's rare, but this is one of the different styles of these chained poodles that comes along.
I've not ever seen the one with the little paw, with Mama with the paw.
Oh, gosh, yes.
And they actually seen that.
It took us a while to find this one, and then there was actually another series they did where this same Mama, and then they gave her a hat. So she had one of those like foo-foo-y style hats, and then they did a version like this where she had a hat and an umbrella, but this one doesn't have that. And this one took us a while to get. And for some reason, years ago when we were collecting these, for some reason, that's the first place that they break. I don't know if people yanked on them, but there's no damage whatsoever. So Mama is 5 inches. One baby comes in at 3 inches tall. The other one is just shy of 3 at about 2 3/4 inches. So again, made in Japan, 1950s, early 60s, ceramic poodle family. Let's count them down. We're looking for 25 or more. Thank you so much, Brenda. I think her face is so sweet too. So let's count them down. We're looking for 25 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. There you can even see how vibrant the gold is. There's not even scratches on the gold. These must have spent a long time in a hutch, you know, for a long, long time.
Yeah.
They weren't even really dirty or dusty to clean off. So there's the bid end. So thank you so much, Robert. Congratulations. They're coming your way. Thank you so much.
All right. I'm going to bring my chain family next too. But I don't have snooty poods. I have furry stinkers. That's what I have. And they have some wild hair.
Oh my God. They look like Don King. Oh my God.
Hair. I love these. So little chained skunk family. And they're pretty stinking cute if I do say so. I would say like relatively good condition on all three of them. There is some crazing going on with these. These are made by Brins, Brinns. They did do a lot of Kitschy ceramics with the applied fur. And they did, they did different chain families. Brins did a lot of chains families too. So Mama Skunk has a little like pink flower, and then she's got the little applied rabbit fur in black on the top of her head. Now, really, I'm going to turn these to the back rather than me trying to lift them up. There's not any chipping that I can find, but back here on the tail, do you see that little spot right there? That is not a chip. All right, it's a manufacturing flaw, so it is completely glazed over. I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch there. You can see the shine from the glaze. So it is glazed over, so it just didn't come out of the mold, and it looks like some of the black paint didn't take on that spot right there when it came out. I'm not sure, but that's really, I think, the only notable issue besides some crazing going on in the glaze. Let me get caught up on the chat there. Hi, Dennis. And Krista right now has got the high bid at 26. So the little babies just crack me up, like with their little, look how long their hair is.
Like I want a kazoo.
They have like little mohawks, and hair. Mama's is kind of like coiffed to the side. They're just, I don't know.
You know, like in all the movies, Amy, when the kazoo noise went and their hair flew up, like I just want to have a kazoo and keep vroom.
So this one here, the chain on this one is a little shorter than the chain on this one. So he can go a little further away from Mama. So measurements real quick, I'll tell you before we count it down. Mama is 4.5 by 3.5. And each of the babies are 2.25 by 1.75. I don't know, something about these chain families. I love them. There's so many of them. So many of these guys. All right, let's count it down. I see Nikki's got the high bid right now at 27. So we are looking for 28 or more on the wild hair skunks. All right, let's count them down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. I like punk rock music.
Either that or they're electricians and got zapped when they were working on the lines.
Oh, they're so funny.
Oh my God, I've never seen a set with this kind of crazy fur.
They're pretty crazy. All right, there's the stinker bid end from Karen. Thank you so much, Karen. All right, it looks like Krista had a just in case of 35 in there. Nikki had a just in case of 30, but got back in there with a straight bid of 39 to take it right before Karen's bid ends. So congratulations, Nikki. They are coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, Miss Amy, $18. And this is a little harder set of shakers to get for Christmas time. Okay, so $18. These are salt and pepper shakers. These are your Mr. and Mrs. Claus. You have Mrs. Claus here. Sometimes they don't do the Mrs. Claus justice.
I love Mrs. Claus has got red hair.
She does. Amazing. She does. When I love the fact that it's Merry Xmas. So she's holding a little package that says Merry Christmas. And Santa's either holding a package or a little banner that says Merry Christmas as well. So these are a fun little set. I don't see this set that often. And if I do, usually they have 2 Mrs. Clauses or 2 Santas together. This set, for some reason, if it ends up in a collection that they had more than one, people get confused and put the 2 Santas together and the 2 Mrs. Clauses together. But this is your true set. So the cold paint is in really good condition for Santa's face. His eyelashes are on point. So the stamp for Merry Christmas is a little faint. They must have, stamped that on there. And that's actually under the glaze. So that's under the glaze. All of the red is cold paint, but that is in really good condition. There's a little manufacturing defect right here. It's like there was a little extra bit of ceramic nubbin, so the cold paint didn't take there. But other than that, these are in really, really good condition. Santa's holes are up here. He's your 2-hole shaker. He has his original little plastic stopper. They measure 5 inches tall, so they're definitely a nice size. Mrs. Claus has her original stopper, and her cold paint is in remarkable condition, all the way down to the face, the glasses. And then again, like I said, she's got this little package that says Merry Christmas. And for some reason, all these sets that I've ever had, Santa, he's just got a plain white box or banner. She has a little bit of cold paint missing there on the top of her shoulder, or sort of where her collar is there in the back. And like Amie pointed out, she is a little ginger. She's a little redhead.
I love that. Cute. It's so different.
And she's got the 3 holes right there to make one complete set. So if you're doing a display, these would be fun to use as figurines. Or if you're trying to collect multiple different versions of Christmas shakers, this is one that doesn't come around that often. And there's no real maker for these. These would have been sold in little packs. Yeah, they're definitely probably that late 50s, 60s. Krista, you nailed it. That's exactly when they are from. The bottoms tell me that they're moving more into the 60s. They use these stoppers more into the 1960s. Early 50s were cork, and then there was that weird 50s phase where it was like that like plastic, sort of, not plastic. It was almost like a rubber.
That rubber stuff that dries out and crumbles.
Yeah, so that's how I always judge my shakers, if they have their original stoppers, which these are original. It's the cork, then it goes to rubber, and then it goes to these plastic ones. But these are definitely that late 50s, early 60s. And I've sold these years ago, and I had them in their original pack. So the way these would have been sold is they would have been put in like a little bag almost. And then they had a little cardboard top that was stapled on that would have said like Merry Christmas, Japan Novelties, something like that. So there's no real said manufacturer of these. So Krista, I see you in. Thank you so much for the yes, 5 away for 100 thumbs up. So thank you so much. Laura, let's do a countdown. We're looking for 23 or more on the Japan Mr. and Mrs. Claus shakers. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I see fill in at 25. They're blacks in very good condition. If you're seeing spots, that's just the ring lights. Again, they can double as figurines or your salt and pepper shakers. A fun set that I don't see that often anymore. I don't see this one that often anymore. So thank you, Karen G, for the bid end. So Phil, you guys are heading down under. Thank you so much. They're yours for 25. Congratulations.
You're going to do some traveling.
That they are.
And you guys, next Monday, we will announce the date and who is participating in our Christmas marathon. So we'll talk about that on Monday. Next coming Monday, we will talk about that because we're finalizing, finishing up things this week. But then we will talk about it next Monday. I cannot wait. Okay, I have a brooch for my next round. All right, and Phil wants to know, do you have her new address?
I'm
I
pretty
have
sure.
it. If you don't, I can forward it to you if you don't have it.
Yep, Phil, we'll double check, but I think we did ship one time to the new address. But I'll make a note and we'll double check everything.
Okay.
We'll make sure it's new address.
All right.
I'll make sure.
This beauty, ooh, it's such a pretty color. It's kind of like a periwinkle blue. It is just the most sparkliest thing. I know my camera just it will not do it justice. It's so pretty in person though. It's like catches the light because everything on here, like, it's domed. It's got 3 different levels of beautiful light blue rhinestones in here. And it is for sure a sparkler, and it's a larger one too. It's 2 inches in diameter, so that's the size that we are working with. It's a pretty big one, so if you like to wear them on your lapel or your jacket, something like that, it is a pretty big one, and it catches the light like, oh, it just looks like ice. And this one does not have any signature on the back, but again, riveted and multi-level construction. You can see in there like all the, like, that's hard to do. They put in a lot of work in constructing that brooch. And for the most part, there are round rhinestones in here. Everything is prong set. There's a couple teardrops. You can see that there's 4 that go around the middle, and then that giant one in the center. But it does have a lot of dimension to it, and it's much prettier. I mean, it's pretty on screen, but it is much prettier in person. It just reminds me of a snowflake. That's what I see when I see this one, like that little teeny one that I had with the jewelry casket. I mean, look how pretty. Isn't that
It's
pretty
so
too?
beautiful. That blue.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure that this one probably is by one of the higher end manufacturers. I know a lot of times they didn't stamp their pieces, but I couldn't identify a maker for it or anything like that. But definitely think it's a mid-century brooch for sure. I see Miss Deborah is in at 16. Thank you so much. And we're looking for 17 or more. I'm going to count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Yes, Mink. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. It is a silver tone for the construction. Yep.
Your camera's making that look really good. Really pulling out that glisten.
It's pretty true to color on screen, although it's definitely much more sparklier when you get it out in the natural light. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, looks like Miss Nancy got in there right before Karen's bid end with a 17. So Nancy, it is yours. Thank you so much.
All right, Miss Amy, $15. And I'm just going to call this a covered dish, and then I'll break down what I would use it for. Believe it or not, this piece is made in Japan. Okay, I will show you where it is stamped made in Japan. It is this fun, very chubby style Christmas tree. Let me see if I can hold it a little better for you. So there is one condition issue. Actually, there's 2 quick condition issues. So on the inside, it looks like there is a little chip, but it's under the rim. So hopefully you guys can see that there. Hold on here. It's like my first time showing something. So you can see there's a little chip under the rim, all right? But it really displays just fine. That's what you see from the top, but you're going to have the lid on it. And there's 1 or 2 little areas where there's a little paint missing for the green, okay? So here you have a little speck right here on the tip. And there was another little spot. So you have that, and there was another one. But all the candy cane and all the ornaments are cold painted, including the gold star is cold painted. Here you can see it is marked Japan with one of those older style, like 1960s Japan marks. It is double-sided, and I will show you in a minute. When you put the lid on, it has an opening here for a spoon, okay? So this probably was utilitarian, and you could have used it for a few different things. So there's where the hole is. What I would do is this would be good to put your after dinner mints in at Christmas time. You know, like old school. Butter bits. Yep, butter bits, like the old spoon that you would get out and give them to yourselves. You could do that. You could use this as a pretty big. I don't know that anyone's going to put food in it, but if you want to, you could have used this for a large.
You could put hot cocoa in there.
You could put your cocoa in there. You could put all sorts of different things in there, but it is a covered dish that is made of ceramic. This is awesome. This is going to go with all your holly pieces. This is going to go with your Christmas tree collection. You could put this on your table. It's large, minus the 2 little flakes, and I can't find the other little spot of green up here. This is in the manufacturing. That's not a chip, but there's 2 little spots of green paint missing. I can't find the second one. It's really, really tiny. Trust me. Okay. So this guy measures 7 inches tall by 7 inches wide, probably mid-1960s, made in Japan. And like I showed you, here's the front. You sit it down and then you spin it around, and here's the back side. So those candy canes, those stripes are the red, typical cold paint. The yellow is cold paint for the ornaments. I just think this is really unique. I don't even know who the manufacturer is.
I have never seen that.
In all of our years collecting ceramics from Japan, I have never seen this one. And this one is really, really fun. So again, you could gift this and put something in it, for Christmas. So maybe you have somebody that doesn't have a lot of Christmas decorations. You could gift this to them with, like Amie was even saying, maybe you could put like the packets of the hot cocoa in there, because you could actually stand them up and then sit the lid on there if you want to. I was thinking old school. My grandmother used to always put a bowl on the table with a spoon with some after dinner mints, and then you'd, pop them in your hand. I thought maybe you could do that. Or maybe if you have a coffee bar, and I would put like a plastic bag in it or something, maybe you want to use this as the sugar dish, with family coming over. Start putting it out now for, Thanksgiving, and then you could have it at Christmas time. So again, I just want you guys to know here on the inside, we do have that chip, but it's on the underside. Come on now, slowly pan in so you can see it's on the underside. That's what you see from the top. And literally the tree sits on top of it, the top part, so you don't see it. Cold paint. The green is fired on. And there's 1 or 2 little specks of green that's missing. So I see you, Robert, in at 21. I saw you fill in at 20. So we're looking for 22 or more. Made in Japan. Really, really fun Christmas tree. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And again, this guy here, there's actually a blue little ornament on, and you can put the lid on however you want to display it. And there's another little blue ornament here, yellow, red, and that's all cold paint in really, really good condition. 7 by 7. You can see how big that is. So there's the bid end. Thank you so much, Karen G. So Robert had a just in case of 25, but Phil had a just in case of 30. Pardon me. So Phil, it's coming to you for 26. Thank you both so much. Congratulations.
Okay. Excuse me. I haven't had one of these in quite a while. And usually with these, I would say they are not, every time I run across these, there's big chunks out of the hat, or there's something wrong with the bow, something like that. Now, she is not perfect condition, and that's why she is starting at $28. But she's pretty good. I would say she's one of the better ones that I've come across in the wild. She is left in Miss Dainty, and she is a wall pocket. All right. And I'm going to tell you, there's a little flea bite right up here on the rim of the hat. It's very small. There's a little bit of it in the red, but next to it, there's a tiny little flea bite right there. Nothing else on the front. Okay. Even that tiny little flower doesn't have any nicking to it, but oh my gosh, that face is just so cute. Now I'm going to turn it to the back. So there are a couple little hairlines right there on the back. Okay. And there's also a little shave off right here on this back edge, just kind of like the shave of the glaze is missing right there, but it does have the foil sticker marked left in. There is the inside. So I don't think that there was ever any dirt or flowers or anything in there. And I'll turn it to the front. I'll try and get it to capture. We'll see if it does. But the so the deeper crazing line, I cannot feel it from this side, but I can feel it from the back. I can feel these here on the back side. So a little deeper craze lines. I think I will call those hairline But I still think that it would display nicely if you hang it on the wall. If it were me, I would put, not like hang it on a nail, but I would put some string, some twine. Even you could even attach one of those bigger like fabric backed like plate hangers. That's what I would do to give it a little bit more stability. But there is another coordinating wall pocket that she looks like this, but she's facing the other direction. These originally would have been sold as a pair. And a lot of these aren't out there in good shape anymore because a lot of people, you know, they would jump off the wall. And there is another colorway of these two. There's also one very similar in a hat like this with gray hair that Lefton produced as well. But I just don't see a lot of the Dainty Miss pieces, like the salt and pepper shakers, the cookie jar. Every time I see those pieces, they have big chunks missing out of them. I'm not sure if it's how they manufactured those, or maybe they switched their glazing process. I don't know what it is after they made the series and changed it. But yes, she is just the cutest ever.
She's got a timeless face. Timeless face.
I love how cute they painted her little face there. Now she doesn't have any cold paint. All of the colors on these pieces is all sealed on there. I just love her side eye. She looks really cute with Miss Priss too, I think.
And that's a great piece to give somebody as a Christmas gift if they're just starting into the kit collecting.
She's from 1956. I did not mention that. She's from 1956, and 5.5 by 6 is her dimensions. But I thought I would bring her at affordable price. These in like perfect shape, which don't come around very often. These command like ridiculous amounts. But I thought I'd bring her. It's all right. We'll bring her back at the recap.
All right. $15, and you're going to get everything that I'm going to show you for the 15. I have some vintage Dolph. Wait, up.
There it is. There's
I knew it. I was stalling. Stalling.
All right, Deborah, I see you. Thank you so much. Let's count it down for Deborah. We're looking for 30 or more. I just felt another flea bite. I'm going to show that to you right up here. My finger caught it. I did not initially see that. Right up there. It's kind of like right on that edge, and it kind of blends in. That's probably why I missed that one. So let's count it down. We are looking for 30 or more on the left in Miss Dainty wall pocket. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
I've never even had one of the wall pockets in person. I don't see them ever. The shakers.
It's been a long time since I have had one of these. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. All right, Miss Deborah, she's coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, $15, and you're going to get the lot, okay? And this is some vintage doll furniture. This was played with. There is a little bit of wear to it, okay? But this colorway is going to look great in with your Christmas colors. Or if you collect jadeite, or put this in with your dolls or your kitchen style things. So this is made by a company called Cage. So it's made by a company called Cage, and they made wooden doll furniture.
Oh, how cute.
Primarily in the 1930s, 40s, and 50s, okay? Then they started to move into more plastic stuff out of the 50s and 60s. These pieces right here, one is a stove, and you can see there is some paint wear, and the other is a sink and a stool. So you're getting all this for $15. This series right here, it is, Gavin, it's a perfect color. This series here is dated from the 1930s to the 1940s. So it is even the right size for your Nancy Ann Storybook dolls. So if you kind of wanted to do a little display with them, scale-wise, it's going to fit the scale perfectly. So this is the little stove and oven. So there is some paint wear here, okay? But you can see the gorgeous green jadeite. There is one of the little nails missing, but this lifts up, okay?
Cute.
And there are the little gas ranges. That's the stove part right there. Now, this is hinged, okay? And there's these little nails that hold it in. It has one of its original nails. One of the nails is missing. Okay, so that's a real easy fix. But the back part here is metal. So this is metal, and then this is wood. So it's Cage company. And trust me, some of these pieces, some of the pieces from this company alone can sell upwards of $60 to $80 to $100, depending what piece you have. So you're going to get the whole set here, and they're dollhouse scale. But I thought they were perfect for this time of the year, heading into Christmas time with the jadeite in the cream color. Definitely a 1930s or 40s style Christmas. So you can see, or color scheme. So you can see where they painted the front. So these are supposed to mimic the oven. There is some paint wear here to the bottom. Okay, so there's some paint wear to the bottom. That stove I didn't measure. So the stove measures just about, bear with me, guys. It measures about 3.5 by 3.5. So it's about squared off. 3.5 by 3.5. So again, the one little pop rivet there is missing. So you get the fun little stove. Then you're going to get the very, very typical 1920s, 30s, 40s style sink. So how cute is that? You can see the fun little spooled legs. Very, very good condition, made of wood. So you get the fun little, this mimics like those enameled sinks back in the day. So this mimics like your farmhouse or your kitchen kind of enameled style sink, and it is in a gorgeous jadeite green color. No real condition issues to report on this piece whatsoever. And if you guys want to look this set up, or the company, it's Cage, Kage is the company that made these. So they made a ton of dollhouse furniture, about 3.5 inches wide by about 2.5 inches tall. So you're going to get that, and then you're going to get the matching little stool. Oh my God, I can't imagine many of these are easy to find. So you're going to get the little itty bitty stool. So can you imagine if you guys had your fun little dolls, how cute this would be? Maybe you had like I said, the Nancy Ann Storybook doll that Amie offered up. How cute would these be to just kind of stage next?
Yeah, they're definitely the right scale for Nancy Ann, I would say.
Absolutely. And they're that thick, very, very old school style paint. And these would have been made in the United States back in the day. So this whole series right here, especially with this color, is very, very prominent that it was made in the 30s or the 1940s. So again, you're going to get the little sink and the little stool. And yes, there's some wear, but this stove, if this stove didn't have this paint wear or the little pop rivet, it would be a $65 piece. So
Wow.
you're getting usually all day long on eBay, these sell for $65. The sinks are all over the place. And then you're supposed to lift that up, and then you have the fun little stove right there. So let me put them together here on the board so you can see them one last time. Again, it's something different, and it's old, and it's got a great look. And I thought maybe, you get yourself a bottle brush tree, sit it there, maybe stage a little kitchen area, maybe
a little Christmas scene.
Absolutely. And it's got that great color. Maybe you collect jadeite, things like that. It's just got a really, really good look. Like you get yourself one of these little Hoosier cabinets that they made by this company, some other pieces of furniture, and it's just really fun. And it is your very quintessential jadeite green. So Wish Nick, I think I'm saying it right, Wish Nick 3, I see you're 15. So we're looking for 16 or more. Let's go ahead and do a countdown. And we are doing just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I do see your just in case. And with the different screen names, Wishneck, if you can tell me your first name, that way this sounds weird, but the way it's showing, let me know. Thank you, email. All right. You're a professional. Thank you so much, and congratulations. Thank you.
Congratulations. I agree with you. Like a little Christmas scene would be so cute. So cute. Congratulations, Miss Nick, and welcome. All right, I have a little bisque dolly for my next round. I did get her at the Lansing Doll Show a couple weekends ago, and she's not small, but she's kind of medium size. So I found her at the show, and then she was naked. So I also got the little dress that she's wearing to put on her at the show as well. But she's such a different, it's not the quintessential glowy girl, if you will, style face that usually I find with these. She's very different. Do you see how different her hair is? Usually it's the pin curls and that sort of thing. But she still has the same kind of style face. I wish my camera would focus on her a little bit better than it is, because she's really adorable. The second I saw her, I was like, oh my gosh, she's so different, because I'd not seen one this way, and it just does not want to focus for me on her little face. But she is highly detailed, just like those other Bisque dollies. Let me see if I can grab something real quick and put behind her and see if that'll help. Then we can see her little lashes, because she has like those lots of lashes painted on her face. Come on, camera. It just doesn't want to go. She's just super blurry for me. I can't get her to focus. Why don't you see her face? Come on, camera.
She did focus for a second there. You could get a good look at her. Yeah.
You didn't. Come on. All right, let me try this here. Sometimes that works. Nope. She's just not focusing for me at all. Oh, there we go. All right, we'll come in slow. There we go. Now you can see all of her little lashes. She's got lots of lashes. She's just got the cutest little face and then a little pink bow. She is a Japan, so she is stamped made in Japan on the back side. She does have the little jointed arms too. And then this cute little pink dress. Lift up the front. Little pink dress with a little pinafore on the front. She will stand on her own. There's no chipping to her either. She was just so different. I just not seen one with that head style before, so I had to get her. All right, let's count her down. I see Phil's in. Thank you so much. We are looking for 17 or more on her measurement. Real quick, she is 6 1/4 inches tall. Okay, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. She kind of looks like her face, like kind of reads a little cupid to me too, a little bit.
Also like Campbell's Soup Kid style face.
Yeah, yeah. She was just so cute. I loved her. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Miss Phil, thank you so much. She's coming to you.
$12. $12, Amy. And I got to tell you guys, the 1990s stuff is selling like hotcakes at Mother Tucker's. So $12, I have this snowman cookie jar. Doesn't he look like he's from the 50s or the 60s? But he's from the 1990s. He's actually made by Telefloral, and he's made in Thailand. So a lot of things that were made in Thailand were from that late 80s into the early 90s. So $12 if anybody is interested. He is in really good condition. He does have cold paint, and there is just a little bit of wear. But let me pop his hat off and show you. Here is the snowman's hat. Very whimsical. No condition issues whatsoever. Again, it's 1990s, but boy, does he look like he could fit into your 50s and 60s. Look how cute he is with his little pipe and his eyes. The scarf is cold paint, and there is a little bit of wear right here in the front. But other than that, he is really, really clean and in really good condition. There's no chips. There's no crazing. There's no other condition issues except just those 1 or 2 little spots of cold paint missing. So again, I say this time of the year, these kind of items make good hostess gifts. So at a $12 investment, you could fill this up with cookies, go over to Joe Schmo's house, give this to them filled with cookies or candies, and then say, hey, you get to keep it. So, and this one is highly glazed enough on the inside that you could definitely put food on the inside of it and not worry about anything. So I know a lot of folks here Telefloral and things like that, they get turned off. But I will tell you, some of these pieces that they sold or some of the planters and things that were made in Thailand, they're high quality. They're better quality than some of the things that were made in Taiwan or Hong Kong and stuff like that. So these parts here, the black part, That is all glazed, which that's kind of amazing that even into the late 80s, into the 90s, they started to go back to cold paint, which is kind of amazes me because by that time they could have glazed that over. That's the way the company did it. Yes, come to my house with. I hear you, Joe.
Joe Schmo's house.
Joe Schmo, I got your cookies right here. I'll tell you what, if my neighbor showed up with this, I'd invite him in for a cup of coffee and we could eat the cookies together. And let the snowman hang out with us. So he is 10 inches tall, and he is really, really stinking cute. Tina found him probably back in the summer, and he sat off to the corner. And every time I look at him, he just reminds me of such a happy little Santa. Like you can see with his cheeks here. I hope that's coming through. Like he's smiling so much. He's kind of squinting. He's got his fun little button nose right there. And in very good condition, except we just got a little bit of paint wear right there. So if you're fortunate enough to get one of these filled with Mama Pam's cookies, you, sir, hit the lottery. You hit the lottery. So 10 inches tall. Let's go ahead and do a countdown on him. No other condition issues to report except for the little bit of cold paint in that region. So we're looking for 13 or more. And let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Looking for 13 or more. The bid end from Karen G. Thank you so much, Karen and Kim, for helping us tonight. We can't tell you ladies how much we appreciate you. So, Robert, thank you so much, sir. He's coming to you.
He's very cute. All right. The next round is going to be some more little stinkers. And these are the whole family, little bone china skunkers. I love these bone china miniatures, although this is a little bit, I would consider that more of a smaller figurine. This I would consider a miniature. There's 3 different variations of sizes in here. But they are bone china. All right, they are bone china, although no maker attributed to these. I could not actually find this little set here. And I believe that this is complete. I can't imagine that there would be any smaller than this in here, but you're going to get the whole set of 3. And like I said, this one is the biggest of the bunch. And I like that they're all different little poses. No cold paint on these because they're bone china. So all fired on. The biggest one is 2 inches, 2 inches by 1.5. And then this one here is kind of like, has his arms crossed, kind of, looking up at the sky. So cute. That one is 2 inches by 1 3/4. Dennis, I see. Thank you so much. And then the little bitty guy with his little tail up in the air. He must be startled or something.
He's spraying.
With his little, he's stinky. He's a stinker. That one with the tail up in the air is 1 inch by 1.5. There's no chipping or repairs or anything to any of them. They're all in pretty nice condition. So let's count it down. Dennis is in there. So we're looking for 15 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid ant. He's praying for Mama Pam's cookies.
He is.
Send me some shortbread cookies, please. All right, there's the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Mr. Dennis, they're coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, $10 choice. Excuse me. Sorry, $10 choice, and it's going to be choice on different like giveaway books, or let's call them like paperback books for children. So this first one here is from 1948, and it was a giveaway. Let me take a drink here. Excuse me. Sorry. This one was a giveaway from a department store in Reading, Pennsylvania. It was a department store called Kaufman's. It was pretty popular locally here. So this is a fun little giveaway for children. It's a jolly Christmas book. First of all, let's just talk about how whimsical this is. The way they made Santa's boots, the way they drew him, and then with his big toy sack that then repeats here on the back.
Oh, that's cool.
And then even the child there with her fun little whimsical like pixie or brownie with the pinwheel. This is just very, very whimsical when it comes to illustration. So it's from 1948. So this is a little activity book that I believe they would have gotten from Santa probably. So there you can see that it's copyrighted 1958. And the book on the inside here, it has like these fun stories. It almost has like a Scandinavian, like a mid-century Scandinavian kind of feel in the illustrations, including on the front. So there's a fun story for the children called The Fir Tree. So that's a little story about the fir tree. The book, this one measures 8 by 7. So then here you start on this page, and then you have the traditional story of the night before Christmas. Again, look at the way the font is, the graphics. $10. These books are fun to put on your coffee table. They're fun to kind of open up and mix in with your Christmas displays. Look at the illustrations here of Santa on the inside for the night before Christmas. Over here, look at this fun illustration here of Santa going down the chimney. I've never seen this book before, but I'm sure that it was probably given out by multiple different stores and things to children. But a lot of these are throwaways. So these are supposed to be activity books that were supposed to be used and then thrown away. So this one is a story about the Cratchins' Christmas dinner, the Cratchins' Christmas dinner. So I know folks out here love themselves some books. I think this one is really, really unique. It does have a flair, more Scandinavian, I would say, with the illustrations. Maybe somebody can correct me if they think I'm wrong. Then here in the back, we get into the Christmas Carol part, which I think is really, really fun. So here we have, let me see it, God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen. So we have that Christmas Carol right there with those fun illustrations. Really, really timeless. Reminds me of very German style graphics too. And then here is Jingle Bells. So look at the way they did Jingle Bells. And then instead of like saying horse, they have the graphic of a horse. And then for like one, oh, what fun it is to ride in a one horse open sleigh. I just think that's fun the way they actually wrote the graphics on that.
I like that too.
And then Oh Come All Ye Faithful here in the back. Just a really, really fun paper book, and it was a giveaway from Kaufman's department store in downtown Reading, Pennsylvania. And again, it's from 1948. So just a fun book. Look at the way Santa looks on the front there. Again, if you collect these different, activity books or these different books that were giveaways, from department stores, this is one you don't see that often. So that one is from 1948, measures 8 by 7. This one's really, really fun. I've never seen this one before. This one is Children's Digest. Yes, I would frame that one. And this one is from December, and it was December of 1954. Look how fun the front is on this. Like you could actually stand this up in your display. Here, look how jolly Santa is.
Santa's face.
And look at all the elves. And they actually made candelabras that mimic that, like Santas or stuff standing on each other. So how fun would this be in your display with, maybe one of those in the front? So it's a pretty thicker book, and it is an activity book. So there are all sorts of stories on the inside. It's actually a publication. It's published by the publishers of Parents Magazine. So I'm sure you guys remember those magazines. They would have been in schools or, in waiting rooms and stuff. And then this one would have been one for the children. So there's brain teasers on the inside. So there's brain teasers in there. Some fun illustrations. So this one is a fun little story about the twins. So it's a fun little story about the twins. And then when you get back here, a little further back, now this is one of my favorite things. Look at the little advertisement here. See if we can get it to focus. Look at the advertisement of Santa. And this would have been their way of promoting the different magazines. Then in the back here, the big selling point is that then it turns into your choir book. So it gives you all the songs like Silent Night. What were some of the other ones? And these have no issues smell-wise. Come Upon the Midnight Clear. If they do anything, they have that good old smell of the printing on there. So almost half the book turns into a carol book with a whole bunch of different carols in it. There are some little cartoons in the back. as well. And this one here is from 1954. 1954. So
hey, John.
The mysterious man of the island. So what's also interesting is then they go into just some other different novels and different stories in here. So it's a pretty thick book. This one measures 7.5 by 5.5. And again, I'm sold not only on what's in this, but the illustration on the front. So
The
MJ,
covers,
so your
covers are good on both of them.
Don, I see you're 11, so we're looking for 12 or more. And again, this guy here, hey, John, good to see you, friend. This one measures 7.5 by 5.5. No stains, no smells, just a little discoloration due to age. Let me just get in here really quick. Look how fun. Oh, my God, they're trying to put the star on, and they're just a bunch of crazy elves with Santa. And then this was your first choice. This one was the fun activity book for children. From Kaufman's of 1948. So this one we're calling Jolly, and that one we're calling Digest. Digest and Jolly, and their choice, we're looking for 12 or more. So let's count them down just in case for active bidders. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Looking for 12 or more. And again, you'll claim it Jolly or Digest. Oh, and none of the activities are done in either of them. So it's not like you'll get these and any of the activities are done. They're both unused in that aspect. So Karen, thank you so much for the bid end. So Donna, you get first choice at 11. This one again, Jolly or Digest. And of course, you earned a right to claim both if you're interested. MJ, you'll be back up at 10. Jolly or Digest or both. I think they're really fun graphic wise. I can hear them. As they're falling. All right, Donna, the Digest is yours. Thank you so much. So MJ, were you interested in the Jolly one from Kaufman's? All right, you'll take a pass. We'll bring it back for the recap. Thank you so much.
All right. All right, this will be our last round, you guys, and then we will do a quick recap, and then we'll get into our community share from Miss KB. All right, last round for me is going to start at 10, and it is the cutest, oh my goodness, the cutest ever little puppy dog plush. I've never run across a plush this tiny, and it is made in Japan. All right, it is made in Japan, and I'll show you that in a second. But he's really nice and clean, really nice, good condition on him. He's a little sleepy pup. He's just taking a nap. And he even has like a little embroidered nose, a little tiny felt tongue peeking out, and then his little eyelashes are closed. And this was his original little tag. All right, and you can see that the front of that is in Japanese. All right, but the underside says pure wool. And though I cannot read Japanese myself, I did Google Translate on that, and that says pure wool in Japanese.
Okay.
So that's what it says on the tag. It was just so cute. And I did, when I was trying to figure out, I couldn't find like who made this, but I did know that they made some different colorways of the little puppy dogs. So there's a couple other little different colors out there, but he's very super clean. Now it feels like mohair, but it's not mohair. But it is pure wool, but he's very soft, super soft on him. And there's no holes, no like really any issues to him. He's definitely a mid-century little puppy dog. I just really liked his little, it's kind of macaroni and cheese, Kraft macaroni and cheese yellow. That's the color that he is.
You know what I love about these, Amy? This is what I do. They rest on your Christmas tree. So if you have those open spots in your Christmas tree, I tuck little stuffed animals in to fill them in. So wouldn't he look cute sleeping on a branch?
In my display, I had the Lorraine book out, and he was just perched right up there. But yeah, I mean, he would fit, and you could just nestle him.
Yep.
You could nestle him in the branch of a Christmas tree too if you wanted to make him into a little ornament. He's just so cute. But now I'm curious because I didn't find any besides other colored dogs, but I'm wondering if there's little kitties like this. Oh my goodness, I don't know. But I see Miss What-A-Day Rose is in at 10. Thank you so much. Let's count him down. We're looking for 11 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid it.
Oh, he's just stinking adorable.
He's so cute.
He'd be sleeping, waiting for Santa Claus to come.
He is. All right, there's the puppy bid end from Karen. All right, Miss What-A-Day Rose, he's coming to you. Thank you so much. All right, Jason.
$10, Amy. And there has to be a kitsch cat lover or vintage towel lover that needs this in their life. I have never, ever seen one of these kitschy towels. Look at this, Amy. Made by Canon.
Oh, my goodness.
It's a kitschy.
That is the best towel ever.
Little kitschy kitty cat with 2 different designs on it. So this would either be your hand towel or dish towel in the kitchen. So, I mean, how 1950s can you get with this? And this would look so good with your Miss Priss, some of those other cat shakers with those kind of sharp-edged bows and things like that. So here's your one side, and then here is your other side right here with the other kitty cat. So it is clean. There's no issues. There's no stains. Look at the 2 little kitty cats playing together, and then it's got their little little flowers all the way around. I'm pretty sure that from where this is made, it is made. So it was made exclusively for towel decorations, and it says Canon on it right here. So this is made by Canon. So I don't know if anybody out there knows when and how they changed the Canon logo so that you know how old it is, but it is made in the USA. And I really feel like this is definitely like 60s with these kitty cats on here.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And again, no stains whatsoever. I mean, you can't get much kitschier than that. Like if you guys collect Miss Priss, this would be great in your kitchen. Maybe you want to use this in the bathroom. I think this would make a great Christmas gift for somebody who loves kitty cats. I couldn't find any examples of this online anywhere. All of the fringes are in really, really good condition. You can see they're all intact right here. $10 on a vintage towel with these kitschy cats on. Come on, it steals my heart away every single time. So it is like a terry cloth style towel. It is very, very clean with no stains. It is nice and thick. The way I measured it, it measures about 14 by 22. 14 by 22. So again, you could fold this in half and just have one side right there. I mean, you got little kitty cat friend there. Look at those little like hippie 60s style flowers in the kitty cats on the head there with the whiskers, a smiley face. And then you have the pink little ball of yarn little kitty cat friend is playing with. And look at how they made the legs very triangular. I mean, how mod is that kitty cat? They actually have some ceramic cats that have legs like that they didn't give faces to. They're very, very mod. So this would go great with it. Like if you know somebody who collects cats, I think they would love this for Christmas time. You could even repurpose this. Maybe you want to turn it into maybe a tea towel, do a little crocheting to it. Then you have kitty cat friend here on the top. It would be great on a hot water. Oh, you're absolutely right. It absolutely would. This would not be one that I would want to be using a ton and wash it. I mean, the design on it and the colors are super crisp. You know, a lot of times you wash these over and over again, they start to lose their crispness. And here's what the back looks like. I actually picked this up at the Vintage Revival Market. I thought for sure that somebody in our community that loves kitty cats and kitsch. I mean, I've never, ever seen one of these. It's sold to Enamor Amy.
Thank you.
It's yours.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I know it's going to go up here in my bathroom.
Well, I think it's an early Christmas gift for Enamor Amy. So I will give it to you next week.
A towel that has my name all over it. That's what it is.
I wasn't sure, but I thought maybe. So it's yours. Happy, Merry Christmas early, Amy.
Yes.
Sure.
All right, so we're going to move into recap, you guys. So if you are watching us on the replay, you're welcome to email and check if something is still available, if you're interested. I know several people, you know, watch the replays on a regular basis if they can't join us live, but you can always check with us if you are watching on the replay. So we'll bring back items that did not find a home on the first round, and these are going to be quick claim items. All right, quick claim items. So if you're interested in something, make sure to type in the item, like the name or something that we give you, plus the price if you want to claim something. And there will be like a brief description again, or no any kind of issues, that sort of thing. And if there is more than one person interested in the same item, we will just give it a moment. If we see somebody come in to claim something, because of the lag, we'll just give it a moment. If we do see more than one person come in to claim the same item, it will then turn back into a bid round. So we'll do a quick countdown to break any ties, just in case this can be in play, all that good stuff. Okay. So just make sure to type in the item plus the price. All right, Jason, I'm going to get you over here.
Okay.
There you go.
I didn't have a lot. I just had things left over from choice round. So thank you guys so much. This was left over. I had one of these remaining. It is a shiny Brite. It might be reading gold on your screen, but it is a metallic green. Okay. It has typical patina for these ornaments. That's to be expected. They have their original cap. It says shiny Brite made in the USA. These are a little higher quality one. Maybe a little more unique, difficult to find. They have the mica, like snow on them, so they are textured. See, that gave a good effect right there. They glisten. Did catch it there for a moment. So these are about the 3-inch, the 2 3/4. So they were $10, and this one is $10 piece. $10 piece if anyone is interested in that. There's no breaks to them. They just have the patina. So that one is going to be piece and 10 if anybody is interested. Then I had the, hopefully you can ship. Okay, you got it, Karen. Absolutely. Thank you so much. All right, Karen G, thank you so much. And then I had the Merry Christmas one. This one is in silver. If you can see the difference, the other one was matte. This one is the shiny, and it's so shiny in here, it's not doing it justice, but you can see, there we go. It's very crisp in person. So it reads Merry Christmas, and you can see the poinsettias on that side. And then there is a little discoloration right there. But again, made by Shiny Brite. Very good overall. Just your typical. All right, Karen, I got you for that one as well. Thank you so much. And then I had my book. Let me sit that there. I don't want it to roll. I had my Kaufman's giveaway book for $10. This would have been a giveaway for children. And it's if you're anywhere from around here, that name is a pretty known name. That would have been your department store. That would have been like It's a Wonderful Life, but locally here, it would have been like their version of Macy's locally here. And it was on Penn Street in Reading. And again, it's little Santa on the front with all sorts of stories like The Night Before Christmas. There's carols in the back. And I know a lot of folks that collect the buttons for the department stores. They like to collect these activity books, and they like to collect them from different stores. So if you're interested, this one we're just going to call book. This one we'll call book, and it was just $10. $10 book, and it is from 1948. So it was right after the war, as we were starting to get into the Christmas that we all know and love. And it measures 8 by 7. 8 by 7, thin little paper book, probably supposed to be thrown away. So that would be book, $10. What a day, Rose. It is yours, my friend. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations. All right, I'm going to get us both back up here. All right, before we move into our community share, I don't have anything to recap, so thank you all so very much.
Thank you.
If you haven't emailed us your info, please make sure and do that before the end of the broadcast. I know most of you are you have already purchased from us, but in case you're brand new, don't forget to send that information to us tonight so that we have your information at the ready when we go to do our invoicing. Reminders that I'm going to be sending mine out tomorrow. So I'll send you an email when your invoice goes out. if you bought anything from me on Vamp earlier today at 1 o'clock, I will combine ship all those things together. And I do need to ship everything out on Wednesday by noon because of some prior obligations I have in the afternoon on Thursday, and then I'm going to be gone in Southern Indiana on Friday and Saturday. So I do need to get everything out the door. So when I email you, if everybody could please pay their invoices when you receive them, that would be wonderful, so I can get everything out the door before I leave town. And Jason is going to be doing his on Saturday. And then Tina's got whatnot on Friday.
Mine will roll out on Wednesday and Thursday. But
Wednesday, Thursday. Yes, you're right. You said that.
And you guys, please take to the weekend to pay. We just like to ship on Monday. So, and thank you, Amie. Yes, Tina is doing her whatnot sale, 7 p.m. Eastern. It is Mother Tucker's Tina. So, and yeah, so Wednesday and Thursday, you'll start to get them from us. And as long as it's paid, by Sunday, so we can ship it Monday, that'd be great. And if you pay it sooner and you want it right away, let me know and I'll run it to the post office for you this week. So thank you.
All right. And thank you to Kim and Karen for helping us out in the chat tonight, and Gavin as well. Thank you all so very much for all of your help week after week. And thank you so much for hanging out with us. We're going to move into our community share. And Miss KB has sent us some photos of a display she put together, which I've not seen. I've not seen this kind of theme before, so it's really cool. All right, so I'm going to get my screen set up over here so we can look at the pictures nice and big. And she is calling this her vintage gypsy fall y'all display. Okay. And I'm here for it. So I've got some bigger pictures, and then I have some close-ups that we will go through. I don't know if KB is still here in the chat, but I did. She was here earlier. All right, here we go.
All right.
Here's the overview.
Okay.
So gypsy caravan. Look at the like, little jeweled like hip skirts, that you shake your thing and then they jingle.
Yep. I love it.
Shake the I love that. Okay. So now we're going to go in and look at some closer up photos. So we'll start on this end here. So we've got this embroidered piece with the gypsy on it. I guess I wasn't like knowing that all this like different stuff, was out here. And I've never seen this Joseph Originals Gypsy Girl.
That's good.
Never seen her playing her tambourine. I love that. And then as we go through here, here's another, I think this is a pillowcase with the gypsies embroidered on it. It's so cool. Just such different stuff that we don't see. And then we'll look in the center here and look at this little caravan, this little ceramic, and they're chained. Do you see in the center that they're chained together? That's good. And I'll read you the notes when I go back. I'll read you her notes too. And then we go on this end with some more. And that little, like Kim, like a dollar horse, like little cart, how it's painted. I love that. Everything is just so cool. I love it, love it. All right, so I'm going to go back to the overview and I'm going to read you her notes. Vintage gypsy fall, y'all. From left, vintage embroidered kitchen towel with a gypsy man and woman dancing. 2, vintage Enesco gypsy wagon caravan banks. So they're chained banks.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
Vintage domed redwood forest paperweight. Use what you got, all right? Because I'm not buying a crystal ball. Page out of a vintage book with a picture of a gypsy woman sitting. A vintage girl and boy gypsy figurines. Vintage gypsy girl doll in a Costa Rican wagon. Okay. I think that painted wagon is very cool. Joseph Originals Tina the Gypsy Girl. I have just never seen that figurine ever.
Oh my God. Okay.
And Tina. I love that. Vintage embroidered gypsy woman profile apron. Vintage Romney gypsy couple postcard. All atop black and purple belly dancing coin belts. and a partridge in a pear tree. Gypsy display was all reasonably priced, easily available, and pretty lighthearted. Something I haven't seen before. Yes, I agree with that. I have never seen anybody do a gypsy display before, and I just love it. It's so cool. Awesome. So cool.
So good, KB.
Has sent us some wonderful display ideas before as well. You guys are so creative in your decorating. We love to see that. I would have never thought to put that stuff together. So thank you so much, KB, for sending that in to us. I'll pop our email up here one more time in case you guys want to email us some photos. We just love that you guys can be part of our show. So email any photos that you have, ShareMyFindsLive@gmail.com. Just make sure to include like a brief description of what we're looking at. And then I can always read that to go along with the photos. And if you want us to mention your name or not. All right. So thank you guys so very much.
So good, KB.
I love that. Thank you, KB. That was really fun. All right. We will see you guys back here next Monday. So that's October 27th.
Yep.
So next Monday we'll be back. So we don't have a sale this Thursday and we don't have a sale next Thursday. Okay. So we'll see you guys back next Monday. I'll get that broadcast scheduled so you can set a reminder notification if they work. Sometimes the notifications go wonky and you don't get one, but you
2 days later.
Sometimes I get them days later, so I never know. But I'll get it up there soon. So if you guys do set the reminder notifications, or you can turn on the bell notification for the channel too. Sometimes that also works. All right. Thank you all so very much. Have a wonderful rest of your week, you guys, and we'll see you. We'll see you next Monday. All right. Good night, you guys. Thank you so much. Bye.